Welcome! We're back. It's Sunday. Today we're doing something a little bit different, is the plan. We're gonna contribute to the Sonic Fan Wiki. This is something that a few streams back, a couple of weeks ago, we were doing something else and just started to read the Sonic Fan Wiki, and it was really interesting, really funny, and so I've been wanting to create our own characters for it for a long time. So that's the plan. The plan is going to be, we're on the page, here, there it is. We're going to try to create some of our own characters. I think, though, before we get into it, we got to set an agenda a little bit to make sure that we do this the right way. So we're going to go to Paint real quick. This is just to introduce, and let's go to Paint. Just create a new file. Let's go there now to work on, boom, some agenda for today. So let's get this pink pen. Let's make this nice and big. We'll go, okay, agenda. I think that if we're gonna do this, we want to do it right? So the first thing that we're gonna do, does that need to be bigger? We can make that even bigger. Let's go, bam, agenda. So agenda item number 1. I think that we should set some ground. Oh, let's do finish making agenda. Finish agenda. That seems natural. We can make this text smaller as well. Good. I'm glad that we're already focusing on the most important things. Finish agenda. That's gonna be the first thing we got to do. We got to get through this whole list. The second thing that we're gonna do is set some ground rules. I think just some ground rules. We should make some rules for ourselves. There's also some rules to the Sonic Fan Wiki. I think that we should do our best to observe them. So, you know, we'll take a look at their rules. We'll make up some of our own rules. We'll try to make sure that we can do this in a way that's going to be fun and respectful. Number 3. I think that we need to look at some examples. This should be fun. We're going to take a look at other instances, other characters that people have made on the Sonic Fan Wiki, and we're going to try to learn from them. We're going to be looking at them, but with a critical eye to say, okay, what represents the genre that is Sonic Fan Wiki entries? What are the important pieces that we need to make sure that any entry that we're making, any series of characters, whatever, is going to encapsulate? And so we'll do that for a little while, and from there we'll do some writing. Make our own. Let's say make our own, because there might be some drawing too. I don't really know. We'll see how this goes. I did not plan this sufficiently. So we'll make our own characters for a while. I don't know, basically probably until we're tired of it. And then I think at the end we should take some time to review everything we've done, right? So we'll do 5. Take a look at it all. That seems like, I mean, besides the inconsistent capitalization, this seems like a good list, right? We've got some piano music playing, some jazz piano. Yes, there is. Sorry, I just put that in my ear real quick. Yeah, we'll take a look at it all. Okay, so here's our agenda. Great. And the great thing about this agenda is we've already done the first item. So, hey, we're off to a flying start. Bam! Finish agenda. So let's start. Let's go agenda item number 2. We're gonna set some ground rules, and I think the key to that is gonna be let's start with their rules. I think that's gonna be a good way to do it, and then we'll take a look at making some of our own additional rules that are kind of gonna be meta rules for this. So this is the Sonic Fan Characters Wiki. Again, this is what we're planning to contribute to today. I've also got a little photo editor up here in case we decide to draw some stuff. Okay, great. Rules. Community rules. 2019 edition. Perfect. So overarching rules. Let's take a look. We should make sure that we follow these. So no sexual content. That's very easy enough. And again, this is going to be a website that, based on the entries that we saw before, it looked like a lot of kids and stuff. So that's easy enough to avoid. We won't do that. The posting of disallowed sexual content will earn you 3 to 6 stars. What are the stars? Earning stars seems good. I understand that probably these are like some kind of a demerit. But I don't know. Okay, what roleplay rules? And sorry, we're already not doing this in order, but point systems rules, not currently in use, not applicable at this time. There's some punishments. Okay, here we go. Is your Sonic going to be biographical? I think we could work that in. It might be fun to make it somewhat autobiographical. So punishments. Okay, 1 to 4 star will net you a warning. And again, we should aim to get 0 stars, but just so we know what we're doing. 5 to 6 stars will result in a 6 to 24-hour ban from the community. 7 stars will result in a longer ban period, starting with a week, then a month, then 3 months, then 6 months, then 1 year. So if we keep, I guess if we keep getting it's a little unclear, but I guess if we get 7 stars, and then do they get wiped? Because 8 stars is a permanent ban. So I don't know. 7 stars. Do my stars go away after a while or something? I don't know. Well, okay, I'm already confused. But 7 stars is bad, 8 stars is also bad. For our purposes, we want to get 0 stars. Okay, great. So now we know what the stars are. We know that sexual content will earn us 3 to 6, which again, for those keeping track, 3 to 6 stars could be nothing, or we could be a 6 to 24-hour ban from the community, which we obviously don't want. We also just want to be respectful to this community here. Political content. While political content as a whole is not disallowed, crucial, please consult a staff member before posting something political. If it is an in-story piece that relates to your world's government, it will likely be fine, but consult the staff all the same just in case. I think let's just sidestep this issue entirely. We're not going to do, Obama the porcupine or whatever. We're not going to do anything like that. Disciplinary measures will be determined on a case-by-case basis. This system doesn't seem very useful, but fine. Okay. Otherwise, graphic content. We're not going to do any of that. Disciplinary measures will be determined on a case-by-case basis. Easy enough. Irrelevant content. Now, this actually should apply to us. We should pay careful attention to this. This is a Sonic fan character community. As such, we mainly only accept Sonic-related content. Please respect that standard, as if we were to allow everyone to share everything non-Sonic, the community would have no clear theme or organization. So this is going to be important to us, actually. This is the first rule, because we weren't going to do any of those other things anyway. But we got to make sure that we're tying this into Sonic. And we can do that. That's fair enough. There are the following contexts/exceptions for the non-fan character rule. Official Sonic content. Don't do it. Don't post official Sonic content without changes. That'll get you 2 stars. We're not going to do that. Other franchise content. We won't do that. So we're not going to have Yami Yugi, the platypus or whatever. He's not going to be here. Independent content. This applies to actual original characters. Oh wait, what is this? Okay, let's just read it. If you have your own universe or franchise that you yourself created, which is separate from the Sonic franchise, you may include that content in our community if it has interaction with Sonic fan character content. That seems fair. If you're just posting your... Oh, I see. I know what they don't want people to do. Right. If you're just posting your independent content without having any interaction with the theme of the community, you'll be limited to perhaps linking that content to other sites where it can be found. That seems fair. Overall, we prefer for your content to be Sonic related, but as long as it doesn't conflict with the theme, it will generally be okay, unless it is from an actual other franchise. I get what they mean, because they don't want somebody to post their webcomic or whatever and just spam it to the Sonic fan wiki. There's roleplay rules. We're not going to do any roleplaying, so we'll just skip that. I think that's fine. I'm not planning to do any roleplaying. Page posting rules. This is super important. Proper maintenance. Please strive to keep your pages organized with proper spelling, grammar, and so on. We can do that. You won't get in trouble for having a messy page, but pages with less than 1 paragraph of content will automatically be removed if it is 2 months or older without modifications. Okay, good to know. If you do not want your page to be removed, please specify that you are working on it with the usage of WHIP. Great. Punishment will only be considered on repeat offenders and or users responding with hostility. You can see the kind of issues that they've been dealing with before. Category and template usage. We hope that I was looking at these templates earlier. They actually look really useful. Giant Spatchy says, I've waited 100 years for this stream. I'm excited. Right now we're just reviewing the rules of the Sonic Fan Wiki, because I think it's, even though this is for fun and even though we're going to be kind of playing to the genre of Sonic Fan Wiki entries, I think we should do our best to be respectful and particularly to keep within their rules. Okay, we hope that everyone will use the proper categories for their characters, but please keep your categories as efficient as you can. Only use categories that are relevant and required. Duplicate categories, if you use dogs and canines, one will be removed, are not allowed. Good to know. Additionally, do not remove or add categories to pages that are not your own unless specifically instructed to. You can find our official category list here. We will be taking a look at that in a moment. With templates, we already have a good number for people to use in their pages. Oh no, Giant Spatch says, unfortunately I was signed up for social engagement, so I cannot stay for the entire stream. No worries, good to have you even for part of it, even if you're just poking your head in. You're bound to find one that fits, blah 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 blah. Do not make templates which insert category tags automatically. Joke characters are not allowed in the community unless they have a genuine story purpose. You have to have plans to use them as characters and not just pretend characters for a laugh. If a character looks to be a joke character with no purpose, they will be removed. This may be determined by the user's activity. So we need to be serious here with what we're doing. And I actually do want to do this in a candid way. We can try to make our little mini universe of Sonic fan characters. Blog posting rules, blah 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 blah. We're not posting to the blog. Art rules. Inappropriate artwork, we're not going to do that. Unowned art, we're not going to do. They're not using the point systems. General interaction rule. The critique. Do you have a concept yet? No, we should work on that. That's going to be pretty important, huh? New user leniency. We expect people to make honest mistakes. Thus, if you've been a user for less than 2 months, you will only receive warnings. So you can get used to our system. You may still be disciplined if your rule breaking is serious enough. That seems fair. Write an AI that makes Sonic fan characters. It would be fun to take something that, like, I wonder if there's enough content in the Sonic fan wiki to train an AI. Banned users, treatment of staff, Discord differentiation. Here's the punishments. Okay, so let's do it. So that's their rules. I think that that actually is sufficient. I was gonna write some of our own rules as well, but they were just gonna cover like, hey, let's be respectful of their stuff, and let's not do things like, you know, have typos and stuff on purpose. I think that their ground rules are actually pretty sufficient. Do we collective know enough about Sonic as a concept? I'm hoping that collectively we do. I mean, it needs to be tied into the Sonic universe, but only, I mean, you know, animals, so-and-so the animal, you know, Big Doug the marmoset, Swinging Timmy the antelope, you know, mammals mostly. I think shoes, they're all wearing shoes and socks. we can, maybe we don't. Maybe that means no. What about an Arthur fan character? Oh my god, an aardvark? I wonder if there is one. Okay, we wanted to look at the community category list real quick just to see what labels there are. I actually don't want to see this. Alternate, LGBT+, apes, Ardian species. There is an aardvarks category, so very possibly there is an Arthur character. Eyes, aquatic Mobians. Okay, there's actually kind of a lot of things already. This is good. We can couscouses. Like a couscous? No, that's got to be something else. What is a couscous? Is this, right? This is what I'm thinking of. This North African dish. This is couscous. That's not what they mean. Couscous? Couscous. Animal. Oh, he's weird. Okay, that's what a couscous is, I guess. And they have a category for it on the Sonic. He's kind of cute. He's kind of terrifying too. Is he eating some rice? What's he got in there? Okay, that's what a couscous is. The poison made specifically for couscous. Couscous is poison. Corgis, cougars, etc., etc. Ferrets, falcons, Holsteins. Okay, there's a lot of these that I actually don't. I'm gonna learn some animals today, I think, very possibly. I guess I already did. I know what a pika is. Pygmy mice, a quoll, I don't know. Oh, you're gonna have a praying mantis one? Let's see a quoll. Change stream category, educational. Whoa, look at these guys. I guess they're supposed to look like, they probably live in like somewhere with dense foliage, right? Because they're supposed to look like the light is like speckling them. But I don't know, these dudes, they're cute. They got noses. Maybe we could have a couscous. I think we kind of gotta have a tapir. Is there a category? There's definitely a category for tapirs. I guarantee it. QRS, hyenas for some reason, here at number 163. I thought this was alphabetical right up until this moment. Tapirs, yeah, absolutely. Okay, of course there's tapirs. Great. Cool. Let's do some reading. Let's look at some examples because we want to set the stage, and I think that we want to try to identify, if we can, kind of commonalities between these and see what an example of acceptable fan character wiki entry is on this website. So it seems very natural to me to start with Iceus the Hedgehog. This is one that we looked at previously, and I just really like it. So we're gonna read Iceus the Hedgehog again. Again, this is an example, a real example of the Sonic fan wiki. Backstroy. Right away. First word. Well, I guess it's not technically the first word, but the third word has a capitalization error, and the third word is, this is unacceptable. Backstroy. Iceus is a friend of Bilster from Mobius, and we've seen Bilster. Okay. Iceus is an ice hog, cross of a hedgehog and an ice mutant. He lived in his town of Icetropolis until it was destroyed by a corrupted ice hog called Ice Rage. I forgot how good this was. Who killed the people there as well, minus Iceus, who fled to Mobius. Then he took revenge, killing Ice Rage in anger, which created Dark Iceus. But He found the Icelands with the Ice Star, which had the power to restore his village and people. So he did so. Ever since, Ever since, he has lived in Mobius, helping Bilster and Peter, and a few times returning to his village. Right. Okay. We might need to check if Mobius is a place that we need to know in the Sonic lore. Iceus Kino, age 20. Birthday, 2nd of July. Nicknames, Light Me, My Goody Non-Zias Clone, Bro, Ice Boy, and Ice. I could see him being called Ice. That would make sense if, like, his friend Bilster was like, hey, it's... Oh, that creates the page when I click this? It's like, hey, do you want to create Bilster the Hedgehog? No. This is none of my business. Excuse me. That's really weird that that's a link, though. Personality. Iceus is more careful and serious than Bilster, who I guess doesn't have a page. Maybe he does. And Peter, but still is a bit cheerful and is more smart thinking in terms of fighting and speaking. E.g., now this is an important quote from this channel previously. Why don't we play Truth or Dare? Or how about Dare? Because no one tells the truth anymore anyway. Powers. Iceus controls ice. That includes freezing people in ice, creating ice shields, and more. I like that they've expanded on that. Forms. Super form. In super form, Ice's powers double in power, and he can now fly and teleport. Noodle says, isn't this a bit too early? What do you mean? Quotes. Few again, talking to villains. S in parentheses. Not those idiots again. You're kidding, right? You again. If you wish to fight me, then stop running, coward. How about we play... Okay, we heard this one before. Theme. Step and Hope. Iceus always believes in the best of people. That's good. Kick time away. Iceus willing to fight in any time zone, the present, past, or future. Iceus's theme. Don't be confused. It's not Erad's or Jin's theme. It's Iceus's theme. Trivia. The creator Bilster has a friend called J. Tenoden, who has a fan character called Flamus, which is believed... Oh, we should look for Flamus. Which is believed to be the fire equivalent of Iceus. Iceus is the more smart one of the team, Bill, for fighting, not with technology like Peter. Iceus is the least seen member of Team Bilster currently. Despite Iceus being the more smart one, he is mostly found to be the one who gets the most angry the quickest. That's interesting, so he's got a temper. Iceus cannot fly, but he can create ice paths to walk on to seem like flying. And Iceus cannot teleport in his normal form, so he regularly has to use teleporters in places like Peter's lab to teleport. Okay, so that's Iceus. And can we see... Let's try to look for Flamus. Say hello to Arceus the Hedgehog. Nah, just kidding. Icehog, lol, what? Okay, so the comments were a little bit mean on this one, but that's okay. Flamus, search. Iceus, Flames the Hedge Fox. I don't think this is... Well, what is a hedge fox? Alright, we're gonna look at it. This is unrelated. I was hoping we could find Flamus, but we have failed, so that's okay. We're just gonna look at Flames the Hedge Fox. Flames the Hedge Fox. Name, Flames. Age, 16. Gender, female. Species, Hedge Fox. No worries. It's a thing. Don't worry about it. Birthday, February the 1st. Spelled not correctly. Residence, Station Square. Occupation, defeating Egghead XD. Here's this fox. I actually like this picture, okay? Powers, can control fire and run almost as fast as Sonic the Hedgehog can, but not quite. Forms. She turns into super flames when she absorbs the light energy from the Chaos Emerald, and dark flames if she absorbs the negative energy. Bio. Flames was abandoned and an outcast because of her fire abilities. She was thought of as dangerous and a freak because of them, and was locked up for a couple years before Sonic and Blaze ran into her. So I like this. They're tying this back to, you know, the actual Sonic lore. I think that the things that we've seen before were kind of isolated. They were their own thing. I like that Sonic is here. She's trying to look for her family while defeating Eggman along the way. When she and Shadow met, they began as friends, and after a while, they eventually fell in love. Too bad neither of them are willing to admit their feelings for each other. Okay, so they've got some tension. I like that. That's a good thing that's potentially something we should keep in mind as we're thinking about theming here. Friends. Sonic, Tails, Shadow, Silver, Knuckles, Amy, Cream Cheese, Vanilla, Blaze, Tikal. Enemies, Eggman. Crushes, Shadow. Crushes on her, Shadow, and Silver. I think that we should include crushes. I think that's probably going to be a good takeaway from this. This person says, can I be your friend? Really? Shadow and Silver like flames? Shadow barely has any feelings, and nobody likes Silver. Plus, if you take into account the fire demon Silver has faced, ... This is actually some thoughtful response coming in 3 years later. This is 2014. This is 2017. Somebody's like, actually expanding on your previous point. Fire demons. Whoa, epic new pick. 8D. I'm impressed. It is a good pick. Occupation, defeating Egghead, X3 lol. Loads, yep, XD, XD, XD. Giant Spider says, everyone always distrusts the fire mutants. It's always, oh no, you're dangerous, and never, can you reheat my lunch for me? Maybe it should be. Let's look for a Tapir. I want to see a Tapir character. Tapir. And we'll digest some of the things that we've seen at the end here. Lucia the Tapir. This is a good page. This has a lot of detail. I wish we had a picture, but it's okay. We know what a Tapir looks like. Lucia the Tapir is a creature that people thought only appeared in dreams. She has powers to enter and manipulate dreams and also has psychic abilities. Okay, so kind of a drowsy vibe too. About. Do we want to do the... Let's do this bio quick first. Appearances, Les Landfight. Born the 2nd of October in England. Lucia is a tapir who's female and 129 centimeters. Okay. Fur, feather, scale color is purple. Eye color is blue. Okay, she's a purple tapir. That's cool. Alignment, lawful, good. Favorite food, fish and chips. Fun fact, tapirs are herbivores, but that's okay. Likes, lucid dreams, cityscapes at night, and cafe. Dislikes, intense nightmares, less crowded areas, and dirt. Relationships, relatives unknown. Other is blank. Okay. Lucia is very fond of the dream realm and has always been fascinated by it. At a young age, she discovered lucid dreaming and was quick to master it. Not long after discovering her psychic powers, she tried to combine her psychic and dream abilities so she was able to travel into people's dreams and help them discover lucid dreaming or to help quell a frightening nightmare. Giant Spatcher says this tapir is a pescatarian. Apparently so. Yeah, maybe. They are semi-aquatic, so like the fish are there. You know, it's not like ridiculous, but it is. You know, Sonic is a hedgehog who eats chili dogs, right? So maybe I'm complaining too much. Lucia won't find out a dream's contents until she arrives there. That makes sense. As she visited more of people's dreams, people began to talk about her, thinking she's just a figment in their dreams. But when two people who saw the same figure talked about their dreams, they were really confused on how they dreamt the same person whom they never met. People have speculated that she's real, but others disagree, and some hope to see her in real life to thank her for a pleasant dream. She doesn't like to draw attention to herself because if people knew she had dream manipulating powers, they'll beg to her for dreams. But she prefers to bestow it on random people for a treat to them. So she wanders around at night and jump around on rooftops, using her psychic ability to make long leaps and to keep her from falling. When she sees a target, she lands on the rooftop, makes a connection with the sleeping target by using a psychic link, and then enters the dream. Then, depending on the dream, Lucia will take action. Okay, so right away, I think we should just take a quick break here to do some commonalities. Things that we can use in our writing here. And I think that one is over-explaining. So like an idea and be like, and you know, like this sentence. As she visited most people's dreams, more people began talking about her, think she's just a figment in their dreams, but when two people saw the same thing, figure talked about their dreams, they're really confused on how they dreamt the same person who they have never met. You know, things like this. I think that we should introduce an idea and then really make it super clear. That's going to be a big part. Number 2 is going to be long sentences. Long sentences, we can remember this. I think that listing the crushes is going to be fun. Listing crushes / relationships. I think any individual character, like the thing that's going to make our writing strong here is if we have like a network of characters more than, let's just say connections to other characters. I think it's going to really help here. Anything else that we need? I think each character needs like a shtick, right? Needs a shtick. So for instance, like, she's psychic, she goes in dreams, so everything that we tell about her, you know, can relate back to that. And same thing with Isius, same thing with some of these other people. We also need to know what their powers are. What are their powers? Maybe these aren't commonalities anymore. What are their powers? Okay, we'll put a pin in this. We'll come back and do some more of these in a bit. Speaking of powers, when she meets the dream's host, she'll tell them that they're dreaming and to remain calm or they'll wake up. When the dream host is lucid, she'll leave the dream and then move on to another target. You also need trivia and quotes section. That's very, very true. And the trivia can be unrelated. So, like, they have a shtick over and over. We should be hitting that same thing. But then when it's like trivia and quotes, that can be all over the place. Trivia and quotes is going to be crucial. Great. Put that right there. Great. Okay. If the dream is a nightmare, Lucia will help the host to subside the nightmare and face up to whatever's causing the nightmare. She doesn't take them out for them because she knows that nightmares can be conquered by facing against the cause and understanding why it happened in the first place. Lucia gives the host courage to stand up to the nightmare and reassuring them. Apart from her dream powers, she has psychic powers. She can move objects with her mind, and if she really concentrates, read people's minds. When she was young, she was able to modify her powers to let her enter people's dreams, but it took 2 years to get it right. I like that, actually. That's a great detail. So she learned to do it when she was young, but it did take her 2 years. Personality! Lucia is very calm and collected most of the time. She usually hides away during the daytime, as most animals are diurnal. She hides in... Weird fact. Tangential animal facts. It's gonna be crucial. Yep. She got her calm personality from lucid dreaming, as she isn't in any danger, and it passed into her waking life. Lucia is an introvert, so she's not good with social occasions such as conversation or gathering. You love tangential animal facts. Don't hate. This is very true. Trivia. Lucia's name is a play with the word lucid. I was gonna say no duh, but the truth is I didn't notice until now. So fair enough. Fair enough. It's a little on the nose, but honestly, I didn't notice it. So you get away with that one. To an extent, the name Lucina. Lucia is based on the myth of the tapir. Giant Sledge says, OMG. Although she doesn't eat dreams, but she has powers related to them. Though Lucia's concept has been around for a while before officially being made, it wasn't until Lestland Fight that her character is set in stone. What is Lestland Fight? Can we... Oh, that's something that we need. We need events. Major lore events that we need to be able to refer back to. So like this fight or when this happened. Wait, what is the myth of the tapir? The myth of the tapir is that tapirs like eat people's dreams. It's where the idea for Drowsy comes from. Because Drowsy's a tapir. I mean, look at this boy. He's got the nose, he's got the two colors, you know, he's a tapir. And so we can do like tapir, dreams. Whoa, this is a cool image search. But what I really wanted was, when you have a tapir dream, it is a message that you will recover from an illness. I did not know that. And Giant Spider says, I did not know this. Yeah, well, this is dream symbolism, but I think, do tapirs eat dreams and nightmares? Change stream category, educational. We're learning way too much. Oh, Baku, mythology. Are Japanese supernatural beings that are said to devour nightmares. According to legend, they were created by the spare pieces that were left over when the gods finished creating all of their animals. The Japanese term Baku has two current meanings, referring to both the traditional dream-devouring creature and to the Malayan tapir. In recent years, there have been changes in how the Baku is depicted. So here it is, as illustrated by Hokusai, who lived in the jolly old year of 1760 to 1849. Just 1 year. Just 1 year old. Cool. That's the thing about tapirs. Great. Tapir dreams. Drowsy. Get out of here. Lestland Fight. Okay, why? 3 of these are referring to the Lestland Fight. I think we gotta see Poison Samantha. And then from here, we'll start trying to make our own. I think let's take a look at like one more. And if we're running out of, you know, ideas or whatever, we can flip back and forth. Poison Samantha is one of Darren's creations. This is a great example of connecting to another character. His attempt to clone Samantha, but poison got in the DNA sample, which resulted in her colors to become corrupted and also being immune to poison. Okay, cool. Let's find out about Samantha. Her first appearance is in Samantha CD. Don't know what that means. Birthplace, 17th October in Stonebrawn. She is a hedgehog. We should have at least one hedgehog. This is a good call out. We should make sure. I think it's important that at least one hedgehog. Or we'll just, because we can have an ice hog, so we need some kind of a star hog. Maybe that's an event that actually happened in Sonic, and it's assumed the audience will know. I kind of wonder if it is. Should we look? Let's go Westland fight. Huge fight, that's Westland fight. No, I only want Westland fight. I don't know. Sonic? Westland. Sonic. I don't know. Is Westland a person in the Sonic fan wiki? Hold on, Poison Samantha. We'll be right back. Westland. Mink. I don't know. I don't know about that one. Okay. This is a hedgehog. It's purple and green. Sonic Drive-Thru. True. We could go get some Sonic burgers. That's what I should have been eating right now. As you know, I famously always eat a burger on stream. I don't know why I didn't think to eat a Sonic burger. Dark purple and dark green eyes, so 2 different eye colors. Attire, poison coating. Alignment, lawful evil. Favorite food, chicken drumsticks. That's a great favorite food. Very strong choice. Likes, causing... okay, so the favorite food is... We got this. Favorite food... Food is savory and unhealthy. Is fish and chips considered savory? What does savory mean in the context of food? It's savory. It's savory and unhealthy. Bam. Just real quick. Savory meaning... Savory, an aromatic plant of the mint family. No, I know about that. I grew some savory. Savory meaning adjective. What is the rule? Tasting of salt. Okay, cool. Not sweet, savory snacks. Okay. That works. Yeah, savory is a correct term in this case. Great. She likes causing trouble, binge eating food, and being helpful. Okay. She's a villain, but she likes being helpful. This is actually good, because we haven't seen a villain character yet, so I'm glad that we're taking a look at this. She dislikes virtuous people, rain, and achievements going unnoticed. I mean, you gotta advocate for yourself, Poison Samantha. I don't think that's really a knock against you. Relationships, Samantha the Hedgehog, original DNA, Darren the Destroyer, carer. Oh, okay, I get it. So Samantha the Hedgehog is the original, and then the clone, the attempted clone of Samantha is... mixed in with poison. Okay, so this is also good. We need 11 variations of existing characters. That's a good call out. You'd love to have like a mirror character, and that's such a Sonic thing. You know, Shadow the Hedgehog, and I don't know. That's the only one that I know. Okay, Team Poison. Dawn Phoenix are her friends. Her enemies are Team Brawnies. Again, no other facts. Poison Samantha is... did we read this already? No, it's just very repetitive. That's an important thing too. Let's just say repetition. Great. Cool. Okay, we've got some good commonalities coming together here. Poison Samantha is Darren's attempt with cloning, but it failed. The cloning project was originally used to create a clone of Samantha, get her to commit crime, and get the real Samantha framed for it. But the clone looked too different from her. I love that. That's a great little evil scheme there. We love to see this. Darren then covered her in goopy poison to hide her body and pass her off as a goopy monster. What? Why does he care? Why is a goopy monster better than a clone Samantha? It's fine. Darren covered her in goopy poison to hide her body and pass it off as a goopy monster. Fine. He also covered her eyes and ears with pink translucent material to hide her eyes and ears, as they have obvious deformities. Thanks to the era of the cloning, she has immunity to poison because a drop of poison, presumably, managed to find its way into the clone's DNA while being created. No one is sure how it got there, but Darren still kept her anyways. This I like, because this is like who put the poison there. There's a little bit of a mystery there. Maybe later on we could have a flashback where it turns out that Darren actually did it on purpose. And she's like, you made me like this on purpose? And Darren's like, I made you strong, I'm Darren. We can do it. I love it. Though she's seen as a monster by Samantha and her friends, she is capable of experiencing feelings... Sorry, I got a little carried away there. Experiencing feelings such as happiness, sadness, anger, compassion, etc. She's usually friendly to her friends, sure, no doubt, and appears hostile to the good guys because she wants to be feared by others. Giants Badger says, love it. What a twist. Oh, I love it. It's a classic twist, of course, but it is a good one. Poison Samantha first confronts Samantha at Big Barricade Zone. Oh, zones. Perfect. Yep, that's a good thing we need. Locations are blank zone. Great. That's a good call out. Good Sonic thing. She engaged in battle with her but lost as Samantha knocked her off the edge but landed safely in a nearby canal. She was pulled out by Curtis, who then took her back to Darren. She's obedient and will do almost anything he'll say. She has willpower, so she sometimes do things on her own decisions and sometimes questions Darren's orders. Okay, that's good. So she can go rogue maybe at some point. I think this character has a lot of potential. Major appearances. Poison Samantha has appeared in many games. Has she? Wait. Appeared in many games? So this person's lore includes the meta idea that these characters, I understand it now, that these characters appear in other games. Like that there are Sonic games. This is blowing my mind. There are fictional Sonic games that introduce these characters that are Sonic OCs. Okay, we gotta do that. We're gonna say refer to a game that refer to a non-existent word I can't spell. Existent? Refer to a fake Sonic game for appears in etc. Okay, great. That's unhinged, but I love it. Okay, so Samantha CD. So it's like Sonic CD. So it's probably on the Sega CD. Her debut game. She was sent to stop Samantha while Darren was absent. Samantha defeated her by knocking her off the edge of the barricade and into the canal. Wow, so this person has like that gives me actually a really clear idea. I'm imagining like a 32-bit Sonic cutscene. It's crazy. Leslin Fight. An unlockable character. She can cause damage by making contact with the opponent, which makes them lose a tiny fraction of health. An unlockable character. That's so weird. So Leslin Fight is this person's fake Sonic game that they thought up. I'm blown away. Personality. I never would have. You could give me 1,000 years, and I would not have thought to put that in one of our Sonic wikis. Okay, personality. We know a little bit about already, but let's get it. Poison Samantha's personality is different to the real Samantha. She is part of the antagonist team as opposed to the lawful team, sure. Poison Samantha is a schadenfreude. Interesting use of that word. Likes to do bad things to others. She doesn't relax as often and doesn't fly because it removes some of the coating on top of her head. You can't have that. Poison Samantha is paranoid about showing her true looks to others outside her circle of friends because they may poke fun or be disgusted with her appearance. Okay, so this is... I think that we'll put a pin in that. We'll come back to that. Many of her views has been taken from Darren because he is the leader as well as the person who taught her the things she knows. So she observes the thing Darren does and mimics him. I think that we could possibly put... I was gonna put insecurities, but actually let's not do that. We won't make that a requirement. Appearance. Giants Badge says, wait, it's a real game that someone was making. Search Leslin Fight on YouTube. Okay, we will take a look. That is... Okay, so maybe there's a real game. Poison Samantha looks similar to the real Samantha, but the pink fur has a purple hue to it and covered in green splotches. Her eye color is green and purple, with the left eye having green sclera, a word that I have heard but don't know. Poison Samantha is Samantha 76's first character that has heterochromia, 2 different colored eyes, I guess. Okay, let's go to YouTube. Actually, we have a YouTube tab already, but... Leslin Fight. The videos are from 7 years ago. YouTube Leslin Fight. Leslin Fight progress. Okay, we're going to pause the other music. I'm going to put my headphones in. Where is our music window? Please. Let's just going to pause that for a second. Leslin Fight progress. I'm actually...
Hey guys, just a quick update of a fighting game that I'm planning to make. Slow progress, but it's getting there. And
this is actually kind of cool.
I'll show you what I've done so far.
Okay.
At the same time.
This person actually made a thing. That's actually kind of neat.
Just like that.
Alright. Running on localhost. Well, okay, that's fine. Don't worry about it.
And here it is. The title screen. These 3 characters. Yeah, these aren't. These 3 characters are going to be the only 3 characters in the game for the time being until I get like... So far I've got Tails. It's just Jeanette. Okay. yeah, progress of my previous sprites. And
And here's all the planned
everyone
characters.
here is
Wow.
gonna be definitely in the game.
Poison Samantha, planned unlockable.
That
I actually really like this now.
make a
Okay.
whole bunch.
I like. Oh wow, Celeste and Fight. They were making a game. That's cool. The music come back, but way too loud. But let's bring it down. That's awesome. That somebody was making a game and they were planning all their OCs. I respect that actually. That's a lot of work. Even if it never came together. Females, evils, hedgehogs. Okay, let's Wow. On that note, let's go make a little bit of a plan. So we're gonna go to Paint real quick. So we looked at some examples. We did do that. We can move on in our agenda to making our own. Oh, I don't need the music anymore. Let me take this out of my ear. Although I do kind of like the tone that this sweet piano jazz is setting. It's royalty free, as you may guess. Okay, so looking at some of these commonalities, let's think about what we want. I think we need a hero character. Okay, let's say dudes we want. Dudes we want. One, I think we need a hero. I think we need, let's do it like this. Big hero. Big herp. Hero friends. Hero friends. I think we need a hero family member. Well, let's do this in the order that we want to do these in, right? 3, villain page. Big villain. We'll do mirror hero. And then we'll do minor villains. Yeah. Who cares? Question marks. Perfect. Great. Let's do that. So, who's our hero gonna be? I think let's take a look at those categories again, and see if we can find a one that we really like. So we're gonna go back to categories. Where were they? Category list, man. And we'll try to pick out an animal type that we like. We could do a tapir. That actually might be fun as our big hero, but a tapir feels like more of a support character, if I'm totally honest. I have no ability to explain that, but I just feel that it's the case. Let's do... Who's our main character gonna be? An otter I feel the same way about. Polecat, a sea slug, sharks, skunks, Saolas. I don't even know what that is. Saolas. Oh, cool. Oh, I'm learning so many cool new animals today. Look at these dudes. Wow. How did they get the Saola to stand in a Sears to have its picture taken? How? Okay. Unwise with this. Oh, sea slug for sure. Can a sea slug be... Can our bad guy be a sea slug? Let's do that. Let's do, let's just put a little note there. We'll go big villain. He's gonna be a sea slug. Lock it in. Sears. Sea slug. Let me just painstakingly type. It's weird, I'm like reaching around the microphone, so typing is just a little bit laborious. A skunk, a stoat is probably good. Well, tapir will be a friend, maybe. A tiger's a good one. Do I know how to draw a tiger, though? There's alignments, there's wild dogs. Sea slug's a serval. I do like them. What about a lynx? A lynx feels like a winner to me. We're gonna take a look at a lynx just to remind ourselves, but that feels like a main character animal, like the Atari lynx. Bam! And we got those good pointy ears. I don't know if we're gonna draw a picture of them. We probably should. We have a photo editor open to do it, but let's start with a lynx. Is there a lynx already? Is this... Looks at this. Is this real just based on the pictures? I think maybe Lightning Lynx is a character that appears in Sonic the Hedgehog comic series. We're just making our own Lynx. Forget it. We're getting a new Lynx. And so I think that okay, so let's do this. We're logged in. Sonic Fan Characters Wiki. We've read the rules. We've looked at some characters. We know that we're going to be doing content within the rules that is also within the theme. Add a page. Write your new page title. We need a name for our links. I think that our links, let's make it Deborah the Lynx. And then we can have all kinds of nicknames from Deborah. Deborah the Lynx. Next. Charlotte the Koala. Yeah, Deborah the Lynx is going to be our main character. And we want to see insert a template. Template character? Character info box. Character profile? Uh-oh. Okay. Let's try this. I don't know what this will look like. I may regret this. Deborah the Lynx. Image 1. We'll get an image later. Caption. This is let's just insert. See what we got. That was nothing. Okay. Let's try a different one. Edit. Can I just... Oh, is it because I need to put this stuff in? I get it. I am dumb. Caption. Okay, real name. Deborah Saunderson. That's her real name. Did they have a last name? Does Sonic have a last name? Why is their real name? Age. Deborah's gonna be 17 years old. Birthplace. Where is she from? Can she be from, if I can spell it, she'll be from Albert... No, I'm not going to be able to spell it. So instead, she's going to be from, Madison, Wisconsin. Please. Wisconsin. Her species is, lynx. Easy enough. Gender is female. Deborah should be like 43. Okay, yeah, okay, I'm on board. Female. Height, Deborah's gonna be, but they said like 163 centimeters before, right? For one of the characters? 100, we've searched this before from the Sonic Wiki, 100%. Okay, these are human heights, crucially. She's an empty nester. Oh, I like that. And then one of the characters can be her kid. Unwiser says, no, I'm just kidding. You do you. Okay, she's gonna be 17. We should get her mom later, though. I think would be a good supporting character. So her height is going to be 5 foot 8 inches. Her kids have grown up and she wants to adventure. I actually like this again. We're back to Deborah the Lynx being 43. Weight, if you're 5'8", what's like a good weight for a lynx to be? Let's do 5 foot 8 weight. Underweight below. How much should a 5 foot 8? Why am I doing this? I feel like this is an evil website. Your gender is female and you are 43 years old. Wait. Calculate your ideal weight. Between 121 and 164 pounds. Let's make her 164 pounds. We'll say 160. We'll round it. Okay. Deborah the Lynx, 160 pounds. Alignment. She's gonna be... What should she be? Like... chaotic good. I think that I want the idea that Deborah had all these kids and was like lawful good her whole life, and then something has happened in her life to make her go out for adventure and has flipped her alignment on the lawful / chaotic scale recently. So she's gonna be chaotic good. Bam. Lawful mother. Chaotic good. Bam. Okay, apply. Bam! Okay, now we've got some Deborah the Lynx facts. That's what we want. And we can put a picture in there too. And then can I insert another template? I should have tried these a little bit more. Character. I looked at this one before, and this seemed like what we wanted. Background, other info, trivia, gallery. We can put in another. This is perfect. Write a short summary of your character here. This is exactly what we want. Deborah the Lynx. How do I... Right here. Insert backstory here. I write now. Now I write. Generated from... Do I need to... Show options. Add more information. Character. Don't... Please. How do I... Did that do anything? No. Transclusion. Generated from character. What have I done? Deborah the Lynx. Generated from character. Let's do the old Command Z. Insert. No, not info box. Not Adrian Jung for some reason. Template. Okay, stop it. Am I defeated by this? Is it case sensitive? It is, totally. Character profile? Is that what we just put in earlier and I'm dumb? Character. No unused fields. Show options. Add more, insert. Now I edit this. Please. Please. Can I apply? There might be some information. Edit. Edit this part of the page. Why am I so bad at this? Okay, we'll try a different one. Try a different template. Character breakdown? This is what we looked at before. This is a different one than we saw before. We could also just make these sections. If we could just copy it from another one. If we're really having trouble here. But let's just see. I'd love to work from a template. Character profile. Title, image, caption. No. Come on. Alright, we're just gonna freestyle it. And by that I mean let's take a look at Poison's page. What was her name? Poison Deborah? Poison Sarah? Sarah Poison? Poison. We'll just search Westland. Poison Samantha. Okay. Has contents. Okay, Poison, we need the big name. Can I, like, copy this? Is this allowed? Can I copy this page? I don't know. We'll do it like this. Okay. Deborah. The links. Don't worry about that paragraph up there. Let's get our little bio. Are we just gonna do this every time? This feels wrong. Let me look one more time. I'm gonna look one more time for a template to use. Character, profile, stats, character info, next or level. We lose. It doesn't work. Okay, fine. Deborah the links. She needs, first section, just a little information about Deborah. Deborah the links. Links. For many years, let's not start with her name. For many years, Deborah the links. How am I gonna do this? Was content to quietly raise her children, whose names we need, Megan and Darkblade, in her home city of Madison, Wisconsin. However, when her two children had grown up and left the nest, Deborah, Madison is the name of the city, Deborah became bored with nothing to do around the house because there were no kids there anymore. And her husband was still in prison. Great. One night, Deborah went out for a walk. She often liked to go for long walks at night to get exercise and enjoy the brisk nighttime air. However, okay, so this is, I think, where we're gonna introduce Sonic. We're gonna see like a bad guy fighting Sonic, and Sonic is gonna get owned. However, when she was walking by the park, she witnessed Sonic and I don't know, fix the typos. Sonic and Eggman going toe to toe in a big battle for the park in Madison, Wisconsin. Madison, the big battle for the park in Madison. Although Sonic was victorious, Deborah was appalled by the evil motives and tactics of Eggman. From then on, she vowed to help Sonic's cause in any way she could. Bam. Okay, so here's our character. So this is Deborah. So that's our introduction to our character. So this is just, if you don't know who Deborah is, this is who Deborah is. She's got kids, Megan and Darkblade. Her husband's in prison. She doesn't know what to do. She's an empty nester. And then one day she goes out, she sees Sonic and Eggman fighting. You think you need more details about Madison, Wisconsin? We can get to it. I think that we should learn about Madison, Wisconsin, right? I think you're right. I think we need to learn about it real quick. Before we go any further, let's bring up the Madison Wikipedia page. This is a very good call. Madison, Wisconsin Wikipedia. Bam! Madison is the capital city of the U.S. state of Wisconsin and the seat of Dane County. As of the 2020 census, the population was 269,840, which made it the second largest city in Wisconsin by population after Milwaukee. What if it was Sonic versus Jim Carrey? Jim Carrey should exist separately in this world. And the 80th largest in the U.S.? I did not know it was that high. The city forms the core of the Madison metropolitan area. It's located on an isthmus, this is something we can use, and land surrounding 4 lakes. Lake Mendota, okay, so here's the 4 lakes, is home to the University of Wisconsin-Madison, the state capitol, the Overture Center for the Arts, and the Henry Vilas Zoo, also good to know. It's home to an extensive network of parks and bike trails. It has the most parks and playgrounds per capita of the 100 largest U.S. cities, and so it works that they were in a park, and is one of the 5 communities to have received a Platinum Bicycle-Friendly Community rating from the League of American Bicyclists. Madison is also home to 9 historic landmarks, including several buildings designed by architect Frank Lloyd Wright. Residents of Madison are known as Madisonians. Please, come back. Booming population combined with a lack of quantity of housing due to restrictive zoning density regulations have contributed to rising housing costs in many Madison neighborhoods, with a 23% increase in median rent between 2014 and 2019. Yeah, dang, you called it with the parks. I don't know how. Okay, major commercial areas. Can I see points of interest? Aligned Energy Center, the Museum of Art, the Cole Center. Oh, it could be at the Ulbrich Botanical Gardens. That would be a sick place for them to have a fight. Yeah. At the Ulbrich Botanical Gardens. That's it. Big battle. Okay, we're gonna call this going toe to toe in. We'll just call it a big battle. We won't make it like an event. A big fight at the Ulbrich Botanical Gardens. Although Sonic was victorious, Deborah was appalled by the evil motives and tactics of Eggman. What's Dr. Eggman's end goal here in Wisconsin? That's a good question. What does he want from the... I don't even know why he's evil. He just wants animals to, like, run his machines or something? He wants gems or something? I don't know. Okay, what's Eggman's deal? What's Eggman's deal? Cheese? He's Dr. Eggman. He looks like Jim Carrey. Is vowed he was returned. He was contracted by the United States Armed Forces. Really? Early life. Coup in Pakistan? What the Is this in the movie? There's a coup in Pakistan? I was contracted by the United States Armed Forces to invade the government of Pakistan and replace it with their own government. Robotnik succeeded, giving the United States of America jurisdiction in that region. Damn, Sonic versus the U.S. government. No, he works with the... Oh, yeah, you're right. No, it's Sonic versus the U.S. government. Who knew? Giant Spider says, I have no idea. Oh. Okay, so in the movie, he invaded Pakistan. Okay, well, that's weird. Let's learn about not the movie version. What does he want in the real Sonic? History. Prelude and invasions. Robotnik discovered he used the term Mobians into obedient robot slaves. Okay, so does he just want Robotnik Snidely created an army of robots. Their invasion. Tell me about their invasion. Eggman Invasion is an event that appears in the Sonic the Hedgehog comic series. Took over the city of Mobotropolis. He launched a coup. So I guess he just wants to establish the Eggman Empire. Eggman Empire. Archie. Archie is a political body that appears in the Sonic Hedgehog comic series and its spin-offs published by Archie Comics. It's a technology-based... I think that he just wants to rule the world. He seeks to lay claim to Sonic's world. I guess. He wants to turn Milwaukeeans into robots. Yeah, he wants to make like a big plant robot, I think, if he's here. The gardens are made up. We can go into this too later on, but we should figure out what we want to do. They've got the conservatory. It's a huge greenhouse. The plants are native. It's home to species of birds, including canaries, waxbills, diamond doves, Goldien finches, and owl finches. There's also koi pond, so maybe he wants the birds. And it's like, it can be like a feint that they think he's going there for the plants, but actually he wants the birds. And that's what he gets from the Ulbrich Botanical Gardens. Okay. Ulbrich Botanical Gardens. Although Sonic was victorious, Deborah was appalled by the evil motives and tactics of Eggman. From then on, she vowed to help Sonic's cause in any way she could. Great. I think that's a good start. What do we need? We need an about section. Okay, so how do I do that? Please. Section. Insert. Section. Math formula. Perfect. Please. How do I do a little heading? Nope. Oh, but that is how I will do it when it's time, which is now. Heading. I already forgot. What do I need to say? About. So we've gotten our little... Maybe we wrote too much stuff here in this first section. Help Sonic's cause. Down with the U.S. government. Apparently so. Oh, and should we put contents in? We should. So remember, one of the things we're going to do is make sure that we... Table of contents. How do I do it? Basic. Insert. Right? Or your reference. Okay, real quick. Fandom, wiki, table of contents. Help. Table of contents. No. How do I show hide the table of contents of the wiki? When you click show or hide, the wiki will save your preference. Table of contents available anywhere on the page. There's a sticky button. Okay, well, let's not worry about it. F it. We'll come back to that. That's a small detail. About. So what is Poison Samantha? Okay, so here we're going to reiterate some of this, and we're going to add way more detail on some of these things we've seen so far. Okay. Oh, Deborah the Lynx. Okay, great. She's a mom. She's a fighting mom. We like it. She's 160 pounds. Great. Deborah the Lynx was originally born in... We need a small town in Milwaukee. Or not in Milwaukee, that place that Milwaukee exists in, Wisconsin. Madisonians, the capital city of the U.S. state of Wisconsin. What's another city in Wisconsin? Cities, please. Major cities. Important municipalities. She was in Appleton, Wisconsin. Yeah. Which has, a modest but not too, it's not a tiny town, but it's a modestly sized town, settled in 1835, named for Samuel Appleton. Oh, there he is. That's Samuel Appleton. You know what? That man looks like his name is Samuel Appleton. I'll tell you that much. Okay. Originally born in Appleton, Wisconsin. She lived there for most of the time growing up until her parents moved to... How am I gotta find a way to type around this microphone. Moved to Madison when she was 15. She had a hard time making new friends since she didn't know anybody in Madison, and all of her friends that she knew before were still living in Appleton. Great. I think that's how she got to Madison, Wisconsin, which I know is the question, the burning question on everybody's mind. Madison eventually made it through high school by focusing on her word that I don't know how to spell, apparently. Focusing on her studies and extracurriculars. Please, how do I spell it? Open suggestion, you know what that word is. Curriculars. Sorry, we gotta do this. We gotta know. I feel like we gotta go deep on this history. Through high school, by focusing on her studies and extracurriculars, she especially enjoyed art class and hanging out in the art studio after school to write stories. Megan and Darkblade, lol. Oh yeah! To hang out in the art studio after school to write stories. She made some friends there, but not the kind you would hang out with on the weekend. She would mostly spend time with them at lunch. They should be twins? Oh, they should be twins. Yes. Spending time with them at lunch or talking before classes started. Okay, we need to get Madison out of high school. Okay, so this is my imagination, right? Is that the person writing this is in high school, and now we have to think about what that person imagines life after high school will be like. Madison graduated and went to college at what is a local college in Madison? Education. Madison ranks second in the nation in education. That's cool. I did not know that. Wow, great schools in Madison, it turns out. Madison School District, the University of Wisconsin, Edgewood College, Madison Area Technical College. Public Technical and Community College based in Madison, Wisconsin. It serves students in parts of 12 counties. Perfect. Madison Area Technical College. That's somewhere that somebody in Madison might want to go. Went to Madison Area. What was it called? Madison Area Technical College? Yeah, okay. Not a great name, but that's fine. MATC Technical College, and went to school at Madison Area Technical College. What is she going to get her degree in? Vocational education, citizenship, and homemaking classes. That's what it was originally doing. Facilities upgrade, academics. Let's say she gets one in architecture. I think if I'm somebody, well, our person loves to write, right? So maybe she gets, they don't have a good program if you're into writing. I guess arts, design, and humanities offers 11 areas of study. I guess so. We'll say in architecture. I think that's something that a kid might, especially if you're a kid who like draws and writes on the Sonic Fan Wiki a lot. That's something you might want to do. Madison graduated and went to school at Madison, where she got a bachelor's degree in architecture. Okay, this is where it needs to take a hard turn, so just get ready. A bachelor's degree in architecture. She also met her future husband, whose name is going to be also something normal. Should he be like Darkblade's name? No, so also something sort of normal. The husband is not going to be in the story later. So the husband's just going to be named Deborah and Vin. She also met her future husband, Vin. They got married a few years after graduation. And had two kids. Had twins named two twins, Megan and Darkblade. Great, we got Darkblade. We got to get that capitalization right. Had twins, Megan and Darkblade. Great. Madison, her name isn't Madison. Her name is Madison. Oh my god, we called her Madison like 100 times. Deborah eventually did this. Deborah graduated. Madison Technical College, Megan Darkblade. Great. Deborah had her hands full raising the kids and also working at her architecture firm. Giant Spatula says, alright, I must go be an adult and pretend I don't know what the Sonic fan wiki is. Alright, Giant Spatula. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy your social engagement. I will have Deborah in my heart. We'll see. We'll expand the Deborah verse out from here. Good luck. Have fun. Thank you. Deborah had her hands full raising the kids and also working at her architecture firm that she founded called Deb Tech. Okay, she had her hands full raising the kids. Her husband, Vin, frequently disappeared for long spans of time, sometimes almost a month. What Deborah didn't know... Okay, so actually Vin is going to be connected to our big overarching bad guy. So this is our moment to introduce this person. Because then Vin can get busted out of prison and she can have to fight him and stuff. It's going to be great. What Deborah didn't know, what Deborah and the twins didn't know, is that Vin was leading a double life. By day, he was an accountant at DebTech. But by night, when he was away, he was completing nefarious missions. Oh, he's a sea slug, right? For what is the name of a sea slug that we can link to? Martex. The sea slug. And helping him cook the books to prevent the is that too on the nose? To prevent the government from finding out about the sea slug needs to be 2 words. Martex criminal empire. Please stop this. No links. We'll do that later though. The Martex criminal empire. Okay, so the dad is doing missions and being a criminal accountant. When he was away, he was completing nefarious missions, is a word we need. For Martex the sea slug and helping him cook the books to prevent the government from finding out about the Martex criminal empire. Awesome. One day, no, his name is not Martex. His name is the name of the Vin. Vin left his briefcase open on the bed when he got home. Although Deborah is not a trained accountant, it was obvious from the papers that Vin was cooking the books for a company called Martex Shipping and Receiving. When Deborah called the police, they came and looked at the briefcase and agreed that crimes were being committed. Crimes had been committed. They came and looked at the briefcase and agreed that crimes had been committed following a 7-day manhunt. And with the help of... Who's a character from Sonic who might help the police look for them? Let's go minor Sonic characters. Oh, let's do Sonic. Let's do this. Sonic character... Minor characters who should appear in the Sonic movie. Yeah. Who. Teach me. Cream the rabbit. Cream and Cheese. Okay, those are those two. Big the Cat is a good pick. Notable for his playable appearance in that game. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Blaze the Cat. Possibly the biggest hurdle. Team Chaotix. Mighty the Armadillo. Who would be like a police character though? And would they even do that? Mario. That's a terrible pick for the top one. Let's say Sonic police character. Wade Whipple. Excuse me? Is a character that appears in the Sonic the Hedgehog film series. He's a human. No, that's not a good pick. We need not Wade Whipple. We might just pick like, okay, Amy, can you do it? Can you help with the police? Sonic Adventure 2. She appears as a playable character alongside Sonic and the rest of the cast. Try to convince Sonic to join their cause. To rescue Cream and Cheese from Eggman's cryptic castle. Let's do, real quick, not bookmark, but search for police. No good. Let's go search the Sega Wiki for the word police. Chow, Sonic Adventure, Sonic the Hedgehog TV series. Maybe that's a good place to look. Beat is a 7 Jet Set Radio. Bean the Dynamite is a character from Sonic the Fighters. Aha! He is obsessed with bombs. That seems unlikely. Bark the Polar Bear? These are getting pretty niche. I don't know. We might be going too far here. Let's just say Amy Rose. I think that in my world she would help. Unless he's like specifically a cop. Let's just check real quick. Sonic the Fighters, Polar Bear male, hair color is cream colored. His special skills are pure power. He is a mercenary for hire in the Archie comics. Okay, so maybe the police. Whoa, Fang the Sniper? Oh my god. Okay, that's not what we want though. We're getting off. A member of the Hard-Boiled Heavies? Stop, I don't want to create this page. Mighty the Armadillo. Mighty the Armadillo? What does he do? Tell me about it. He's a freedom fighter. Well, that's not really a good pick. Okay, we're just gonna say Amy Rose. Bam. And with the help of Amy Rose. And with the help of Amy Rose, the police were able to capture Vin. Does Vin need a species? Because we have Deborah the Lynx. It's fine. I don't think it's important. We can add their name if we link to them later. The police were able to capture Vin. The judge sentenced Vin. Well, let's say that capture Vin. Martex disavowed Vin and pretended to not even know him. So Vin took the fall for the financial crimes. The judge sentenced him to 30 years in state prison, where he remains to this day. Okay, so Deborah has already had a brush with the Martex criminal empire. What do we have to do? Major appearances, personality. Okay, we gotta wrap this up. This is getting crazy. Okay, so judged him to 30 years in state prison, where he remains this day. After Deborah's kids, Megan and Darkblade, grew up and left the house to go on their own adventures. Is the music super quiet? Oh no, it seems fine. On their own adventures, Deborah became very bored, waiting around at home in the evenings with nothing to do after work. So she started going for long walks as a hobby and to enjoy the brisk nighttime air. Please. And to enjoy the brisk nighttime air. One day, and now we can just retell this story. She was out walking by the, what is the name of it? The Old Bridge Botanical Gardens. Old Bridge Botanical Gardens. And saw Sonic fighting with Eggman there. Let's make this a new paragraph. Saw Sonic fighting with Eggman there. I'm getting into this. Okay. One day she was walking by the Old Bridge Botanical Gardens, saw Sonic fighting with Eggman there. Eggman had pretended that he was attacking the gardens to steal a famous and rare plant. But actually, he had pretended he was there to steal many of the rare finches that occupy the gardens. However, Sonic arrived just in time. Why did he want the birds? Rare finches that occupy the gardens, to convert them into robot soldiers. Great. Luckily, please learn to type. Sonic arrived just in the nick of time and saved the day. But we're wrapping it up, I promise. But Deborah couldn't believe that Eggman would do something so sinister. Plus, it reminded her of her husband's criminal history and the unfinished business she had with Martex since he had left her husband out to dry on the witness stand. It's fun because she called the police on him originally. Okay. But Deborah couldn't believe that Eggman would do something sinister, plus reminder of her husband's criminal history and the unfinished business she had with Martex since he had left her husband out to dry on the witness stand during his trial for financial crimes. As a result, Deborah vowed then and there to embody the values of Sonic and his friends, aiding his cause in any way she could. She also vowed to take down the Martex criminal empire, no matter what it takes. Bam! Okay, let's read this about. Let me read this back. So we got Deborah the Lynx. Don't forget she's the Lynx. Deborah is 43 years old. She was born in Madison, Wisconsin. She's a Lynx, female, 5'8", 160 pounds. She's chaotic good. About. Deborah the Lynx was originally born... We might cut some of this. This might be too much. Deborah the Lynx was originally born in Appleton, Wisconsin. She lived there for most of the time growing up until her parents moved to Madison when she was 15 years old, is what we're going to need to say. I'll leave it alone. She had a hard time making new friends since she didn't know anybody in Madison, and all of her friends that she knew before she moved were still living in Appleton. Deborah eventually made it through school by focusing on her studies and extracurriculars. She especially enjoyed art class and hanging out in the art studio after school to write stories. She made some friends there, but not the kind you would hang out with on the weekend. She would mostly spend time with them at lunch or talking before classes started. For the day. Deborah graduated and went to school at Madison Area Technical College, where she got a bachelor's degree in architecture. She also met her future husband, Vin, what kind of animal is Vin? Vin the possum. They got married a few years after graduation and had twins, Megan and Darkblade. Megan, what is Megan gonna be? Megan will be also a lynx. Lynx. And Darkblade, the Void Lynx. Two on the nose. And Darkblade, the Void Lynx. Deborah had her hands full raising the kids and also working at her architecture firm that she founded, DebTech. Her husband Vin frequently disappeared for long spans of time, sometimes almost a month. What Deborah and the twins didn't know is that Vin was leading a double life. By day, he was accounting. We don't need an exclamation point for that. By day, he was an accountant at DebTech, but when he was away, he was completing nefarious missions for Martek's the Sea Slug and helping him cook the books to prevent the government from finding out about the Martek's criminal empire. Perfect. One day, Vin left his briefcase open on the bed when he got home. Although Deborah is not a trained accountant, this is why we do our editing, it was obvious from the papers that Vin was cooking the books for a company called Martek Shipping and Receiving. When Deborah called the police, they came and looked at the briefcase and agreed that should it be shipping and receiving? Should it be Martek's construction or something? Who wants to be able to have access to heavy machinery, you know? It's going to be Martek's construction and waste management. Construction and waste management. Yeah, just construction is fine. When Deborah called the police, they came and looked at the briefcase and agreed that crimes had been committed. Oh, I think that's my favorite part. Following a 7-day, that needs a hyphen, or does it? Manhunt, and with the help of Amy Rose, the police were able to capture Vin. Martek disavowed Vin and pretended to not even know him, so Vin took the fall for the financial crimes. The judge sentenced Vin, it's just unclear, to 30 years in state prison, where he remains to this day. After Deborah's kids, Megan and Darkblade, grew up and left the house to go on their own adventures, Deborah became very bored waiting around at home in the evenings with nothing to do after work. So she started going for long walks as a hobby and to enjoy the brisk nighttime air. One day, she was out walking by the Old Bridge Botanical Gardens and saw Sonic fighting with Eggman there. Eggman had pretended that he, missing word, was attacking the gardens to steal a famous and rare plant, but actually he was there to steal many of the rare finches that occupy... Let's do that. To steal... To kidnap? I just don't want to reuse the word steal. To kidnap the many rare finches that occupied the gardens to convert them into robot soldiers. Luckily, Sonic arrived just in the nick of time and saved the day. But Deborah couldn't believe that Eggman would do something so sinister. Plus, it reminded her of her husband's criminal history and the unfinished business she had with Martek since he had left her husband out to dry on the witness stand during his trial for financial crimes. Oh, I'm dumb. As a result, Deborah vowed then and there to embody the values of Sonic and his friends, aiding their cause in any way she could. She also vowed to take down the Martek's criminal empire no matter what it takes. Perfect. I think that is great. So we've got the beginning, a middle, and now, our end is like now we're ready for her to have some adventures. I think that it's good. We know a little about where she came from. We need, not major appearances, I think we need her personality now. I think that's a great next section to look at. Let's just open up Iceus here too. What did he have? Personality, powers, forms, quotes we definitely need. I may have gotten a little carried away with this, but that's okay. I admit, I gotta let this one get away from me a bit. Heading. The heading is going to be, next section is going to be personality. What kind of personality does she have? So we'll say Deborah is, okay. Deborah is, how did they describe Poison's personality? many reviews taken from Darren. Okay, I think I like, this is an important thing to note, is that the personality is being described in reference to other people's personalities. So I think that that's a good note for us to take. Personality. Deborah is detail-oriented compared to many of Sonic's other friends. Yeah. She learned how to break down problems and pay close attention to details while learning to be an architect, and doubled down on her analytical nature when she founded her own firm, DebTech. I think now we need to know, like, how is Deb gonna respond to in a crisis? Deborah keeps her head and makes a plan. Although her friends may not, her allies, I think is what we need, may not understand her plan just from hearing the steps. They trust that Deborah knows what she's doing. And it usually works out in the end. The only time Deborah's plans do not work out as expected is if there is some factor she didn't realize, or if a new enemy emerges by surprise. Deborah is a doting mother to her 2 children, Megan and Shadowblade. Wait, what was Vin again? Vin is a possum? Yeah, that's fine. Megan and Shadowblade is a doting mother to her, but since they're grown up now, enough now to go on their own adventures, Deborah gives them the space they need. Ever since witnessing Sonic battling Eggman at the Olbrich Botanical Gardens, Deborah has had a zeal for fighting crime. In particular, she wants to use her her powers of planning and strategy to take down the Martex criminal empire. Bam. Okay, great. So that's her personality. I think that's we can review that at the end if we want. Let's get another heading. We need, what does Ices have? We need some quotes. We need some powers. I think we'll go powers, quotes. Oh, appearance, powers, quotes. Right? That's what we need. Great. Appearance. What does she look like? She's a lynx. Deborah is a lynx with what color is Deborah? Deborah is gonna have, she can't have blue, Sonic's blue, but she can have purple fur. Purple fur that has pink highlights at the tips of her pointed ears. Do we need to say anything else? Poison Samantha. Let me just look at Ashley the raccoon. How do they describe this person? Oh my god, okay. Oh, we need to see the eye colors and some fashion accessory. Great, perfect. She has green eyes and always wears a friendship bracelet that her son what was he called? Shadowblade? Darkblade. Can't call him Shadowblade. Come on, it's Darkblade. Their son Darkblade made when he was a kid, and her other child Megan taught him. We need a comma there. Megan taught him to make friendship bracelets. Great. Easy. Let's get a section for powers, and then we'll do quotes. And then we'll be done with Deborah the Lynx, and we'll start thinking about who we want next. We've got some good leads here for people and places and events that we can fill out in our next one. Powers. Deborah has a rare analytical mind from her training as an architect. She also uses her expertise about the weak points of buildings to bring down parts of the battlefield on her foes. Deborah needs one other power. Although Deborah is not fast, a fast runner like Sonic, she knows how to pole vault. Great. Perfect. Those are her powers. Now we need quotes. We're almost out of here. Okay, so quotes. Okay, so I think let's just stub out what these quotes will be about. So I think we need her vowing to help Sonic and his friends. So we'll do vowing. Let's just do to do vow. We need to do a plan to break part of a building. And I think we need to do life philosophy or other advice. And we'll just go with 3 quotes. So we'll say we'll get this first. We'll say, I vow to help Eggman's actions at the botanical gardens disgust me. I vow from this day, here and now, I vow to help Sonic and his friends by any means necessary. I also vow to... What else does she vow to do? Take down the Martex criminal empire no matter what it takes. In any way I can. It should say, in any way I can. I can. I also vow to take down the Martex criminal empire. Sorry, just again, no matter what it takes. Great. This is like the least ergonomic way to type ever. No matter what it takes. Bam! Okay, that's our first actions today. Actions at the Botanical Gardens today. disgust me. Here and now, I vow to help Sonic and his friends in any way I can. I also vow to take down the Martex criminal empire, no matter what it takes. Perfect, we'll take it. Look at that buttress. Look at that pillar. Look at that weakened pillar. It's load-bearing. We need an M dash here. Look at that weakened pillar. It's load-bearing. If we can slam the what's something that would be something that would be in a building that could be slammed into a pillar that would suggest to us what kind of building this is, like the baked goods cart. No, that's not good. If we can slam the shopping cart, if we can slam enough shopping carts into it, the whole roof will come down. Bam. Oh, just repeatedly slamming shopping carts. And she also needs a life philosophy. Her life philosophy is keep your enemies close and keep a good eye on your kids. Oh, okay. And that's Deborah. I think we've got the whole thing. Yeah, this is Deborah. She's a mom. Her husband committed financial crimes. He's in jail. He worked for the Martex criminal empire secretly. We've got, in terms of leads, places we could go next. Can I save this? Oh, I need to put categories on this. How do I do that? If I just save this, where will it go? Uh-oh. Deborah the links. Oh, there's contents. That was easy. Great. And we can edit this. Hold up. Let's get rid of this title because that's not doing anything on our saved page. Stop it. Good. Save it. Deborah the links. Cool. Oh, that works much better. Oh, that looks good actually. And how do I add categories? Edit. Categories. Add them. Add the categories. How? Collapse. There's a minor edit. Watch this page. Show changes. Categories. Bam. Add a category to this page. Links. Chaotic good. I guess good? Good. Links. Good. Deborah the links. Apply. Do I need to say it's a character too? Oh, females. Okay, that's weird, but sure. Females. Females, good, links. Applied. Bam. Save it. There's Deborah the links. She exists. My god. I admit, we did maybe more than we needed to do here. But we've got some good leads. So in terms of where we could go next, we've got Deborah the links. We're not going to go back. We could go back and like re-edit this to make it more match what we ended up doing, but I think it's fine the way it is. She's got Megan. Okay, let's write this down. We're going to write this in here. So we're going to go, I actually lied. We're going to delete this. I don't need this part. Let's just delete all that. So leads. Leads. We've got Martex. I think is probably the next one we should look at. Martex the Sea Slug. We've got, we could talk about the Oldbridge Botanical Gardens. Maybe we'll put that at the end. We've got Vin the Possum. Megan the Lynx. Megan and Darkblade. Let's just make this a little bit wider, and we'll put some little dashes here so we know that these are all separate items in a list. What else do we have? We have a lot of, like, oh, the Martex Criminal Empire. It might be a good one to just write something about. Martex Criminal Empire. Good. Anything else here? I'm looking at this. She has purple fur. I think that those give us our characters. We can make a supporting character maybe. We can do. She has her construction company or her architecture company, her firm, and there's the evil Martex Construction and the Martex Criminal Empire. I think this is good. Some good leads though. Let's do Vin the Possum. I think Vin the Possum will be quick, relatively speaking. I just need to check something real quick. Sorry, let me look at my phone real quick. Let's just take a break, and before we go on to Vin the Possum, and we'll just soak in this Deborah the Lynx page a little bit. Sorry, just one moment, and we're looking, and the answer is dismiss. Stop it. Hold up. My channel. Sorry, I'm trying to check something on Twitch. Okay, that's what I thought. Great. Let's do another page. Let's add another page to this sweet stream. Dak PZD says, undefined, Piotr Bizzle, hello, if you need real free, oh my god, it's a bot. I'm actually pleased, though, that it's a bot that has, like, different patter than they usually do, right? I'm so used to the do you want to be famous. Okay, we banned him. Okay, new page, right? I can just add a page. Oh, should we? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do new tab, and then create a new page from here so that we can link back to Deborah, and we're not going to lose this page here. Add a page. Bam. Write a new page here. Vin the Possum. So Vin, we know, is married to Deborah. Can I copy Deborah's stuff? Well, so we've got to insert a template. Stop. What have I done? I've effed it all up somehow. I've made it all extra complicated. Insert template character info. Is that the one we used? No. Hold up. Oh, I should have remembered. Template. Was it just this one? Character breakdown? Nicknames, aliases. No, but we should have used this one. Oh man. We're gonna go drop this. That's fine. We'll just use this one here. Character breakdown. Okay. Then no. We want consistency. I changed my mind. Sorry, we're all over the place here. Insert template. Character. Please learn to type. Character breakdown. Character info box. Was that the one we just tried? That is the one we just tried. Can I see, if I look here, can I see which one this is? Template, character profile. Okay, great. No? Character profile, bam. Here we go. This is what we want. Great. Title? Vin the Possum. Caption 1, we don't need. Real name? Wait, did Deborah have a real name? Deborah Saunderson. Did Deborah take Vincent's name? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say he's going to be Vincent Pachinko. Great. His age is... He's going to be like a little bit older than Deborah. He's going to be 44. His birthplace, he's going to be born... He's going to be a Madison native, I think. Although, yeah, so he's going to be from Wisconsin. She met him in college there. Species, possum. Gender, male. Height, he's going to be 5 feet. And let's see, Deborah was 5'8". Let's make him 5'10". So he's or 5'20" is not a legitimate height. 5'10". And his weight is going to be 180 pounds. Great. Alignment, he's going to be lawful evil in, total contrast to his chaotic good wife. Because he's, well, I guess he's not really lawful. He's chaotic. If he's breaking the law, but he's doing financial crimes. Maybe he's chaotic neutral. Then. Yeah, so he's, because we want him to maybe have been a little bit of a patsy. Insert. Bam. Vin the Possum, chaotic neutral, great. He does crimes. We need to write his name, that's already there. Okay, so. Let's get into it. Oh my god. I'm excited. Honestly. Heading. Nope. Not yet. Vin the Possum. Oh, I like that we started with for many years here. How will we write Vin the Possum? Originally, Vin the Possum tried to use his skills as an accountant legitimately at DebTech to earn an honest living. However, he became tempted by the fast lifestyle and faster cars he could attain working with organized crime. I like that. As a result, he reached out. He was contacted by Martex the Sea Slug, who began legitimately at his wife Deborah the, what is she again? She's a Lynx. Deborah the Lynx's architecture firm. Please. DebTech to earn an honest living. And can I link this? Will that be linkable? Link. Okay, got it. Deborah the Lynx. Bam! Oh, fantastic. His wife, Deborah the Lynx's architecture firm, DebTech, to earn an honest living. I will say, yeah, that's fine. However, he became tempted by the fast lifestyle of faster cars he could attain working with organized crime. As a result, he was contacted by Martex the Sea Slug, who put him to work cooking the books for his fake construction company, Martex Construction, which he used as a cover for the criminal operations of the Martex criminal empire. Can we change the criminal operations to the illicit operations? Illicit operations of the Martex criminal empire. When his wife found out that Vin was committing financial crimes, she reported him to the police, and he was put on trial. At the trial, Martex pretended to not even know who he was, as if they had never met. So, these are the run-on sentences that I think we need. So, Vin took the fall for everything and was sentenced to 30 years in state prison. He remains there to this day. But the rumor is he is planning a big escape. The rumor among the other convicts is he is planning a big escape. Great. Okay. Oh, God, we gotta make this game now. Okay, so Vin the Possum, he tries to use skills of the child, legitimately his wife Deborah's architecture firm to earn an honest living. He gets tempted by organized crime. He works for Martex criminal empire. Great. I think that is all we need. Now we need an about section. Header 1. Bam. About. Where is he from? He's from Madison. Okay. We gotta keep. It's the trouble of blending the really ordinary details with the crazy Sonic stuff. About Vin was born in Madison, Wisconsin. Did he go to high school there? Do we care what high school he went to? Let's not say. And grew up there. When he went to college, Vin attended, and let's just do a little copy paste. She moves from Appleton, Madison Area Technical College, where he met his future wife, Deborah the Lynx. Not the Lynx. Where he met his future wife, Deborah the Lynx. Deborah founded a construction company. Nope, an architecture firm. Don't get confused. We can't get these wires crossed. An architecture firm, and gave Vin his first job working there since she needed someone who knew about accounting, and Vin had gotten his major in this topic. Bam! In this subject. At first, Vin was happy. He and Deborah had twins, Megan and Darkblade, who he loved very much, even if sometimes, who he loved very much, new sentence, even if sometimes he raised his voice at them when he was frustrated, he always explained later that he still cared about them and that he just had trouble controlling his temper sometimes when in a stressful situation. But over time, Vin one day, no, I think we need a single inciting incident, because we can't just say over time Vin wanted to do crime, whatever. I think we need Vin to see a fast car and be like, I gotta have that fast car. And so he starts cooking the books at DebTech, and then Martex the Sea Slug discovers this and is like, kind of blackmails him and gets him to cook the books for him too. I think that's what we're gonna do. Maybe he can steal a grant from the city of Madison, Wisconsin, that he does some kind of a fraudulent thing, application or something. Okay, so first Vin was happy. He and Deborah had twins, Megan and Darkblade, who we love very much. Even if he sometimes raised his voice at them when he was frustrated, he always explained later that he still cared about them and he just had trouble controlling his temper sometimes when in a stressful situation. I think that's fair. But one day, no, we don't need a but. One day, Vin was, as a kid, Vin loved to watch racing on television. NASCAR? He loved to watch NASCAR. Formula One racing. Racing on TV with his uncle. We won't bother naming, but it's just another little stuff we could build out later if we wanted. Because of this, he always had a fondness for fast cars. One day, while he was out, we gotta do this real quick. We're gonna look for new tab, street legal race car. Let's pretend this person is into cars out of nowhere. 22 race cars. He saw a Porsche 962. Perfect. That looks like a race car. Yeah, perfect. Fantastic. One day, while he was out walking the dogs Yeah, they got dogs now. He saw a Porsche. I already forgot the name. Please. A 962. A Porsche 962, and realized it was possible to own a car. Hold up. That is basically a race car. Even though it is street legal. But with his meager wage, his meager wage. Hey, Rangoet, how you doing? We're writing some Sonic Fan Wiki characters. But with his meager wage, working as an accountant, don't forget, at his wife's firm. But with his meager wage, working as an accountant, he would never be able to afford one. I'll give you the rundown real quick of what we're doing on his own. So we made our first character earlier. This is Deborah the Lynx. This is on the fan wiki now. Deborah is a mom. She's 43 years old. She is an architect, and she is, her 2 kids are grown up. Remember, I started trying to make a page on the wiki, but it didn't let me. I clicked it, and then I was sent back to the main page. Oh, we had to like sign up and stuff. Deborah the Lynx, Piotr Bizzle, 18 minutes ago. Basically, the gist here is Deborah is a mom. Her 2 kids are grown up and out of the house. Her husband is in prison for committing financial crimes. And so she like gets very bored and starts going out for long walks all the time. And one time while she's out for a walk, she sees Sonic fighting Eggman at the Ulbrich Botanical Gardens in Madison, Wisconsin. And it makes her decide that she wants to fight crime now. And in particular, her husband was working for a criminal empire, cooking the books for them. And when he got caught, they totally left him out to dry on the stand. And he's in prison for 30 years as a result of his crimes. And so she's probably going to go after the criminal empire that did this. Rango says, I can't sign up now, but I was going to add Piotr Capital with all the Piotr Capital lore. Oh, man. We should just make a wiki, honestly. Our own wiki. This is probably not the right place for it on the Sonic fan characters wiki, but maybe. Anyway, so we did Deborah, and her husband is Vin the Possum, and so we're filling out Vin the Possum now. Regot says, I'll be back in a bit. Okay, sounds good. He would never be able to afford one on his own. Okay. Instead, however... Okay, let's see. Is there like an actual, like a prize or something, or a grant? Another stream idea? That might be fun. Yeah, to just try to write down a bunch of the stream lore and stuff in a wiki. That could be a good time, honestly. What would business? Some companies such as Spectrum Brands, driven by biotech and health information technology. Oscar Mayer was a Madison fixture for decades and was a family business for many years. Okay, that's what we need. Yep, Oscar Mayer. There's going to be a grant from Oscar Mayer. However, he learned that the city was going to grant $100 million. What is the research for? To the best idea for sustainable... Is that too on the nose? Can you add me to the Sonic Fan Wiki? Like, I don't even need a whole wiki page. Just mention me in one of the wikis you make. We'll find a way to crowbar you in. We'll try to find a good place to drop in Rangoet. He learned the city was going to grant $100,000. Nope, it's got to be $100 million to the best idea for sustainable food as part of the Oscar Mayer Sustainable Food Research Award. Vin faked an application for it by committing fraud. Raymond says, I can be the person who commits war crimes in one. My god. We'll see if we get there. Jeez. Faked an application for it by committing fraud and was awarded the prize. Although he lost much of it to taxes, it was still enough to buy the car of his dreams. Rainbow says, I've committed countless war crimes. I've failed small independent nations. I am the Sigma. Oh man, there's a game called Sigma Protocol. I was looking at games to play on, that we could play next week on Steam. And there's a game called Sigma Protocol. I was just like, that might just be good SEO to play that these days. It was not to buy the car of his dreams. At the auction, we're just going to assume that there was an auction for this car. At the car auction, Martex, the sea slug, was also interested in the car and was very surprised to be outbid by someone with plain looking clothes like Vin. So we're gonna remember plain looking clothes for when he wears plain clothes when we do his appearance. But some plain looking clothes like Vin, he had his goons, comma, what is the slug gang gonna be called? That they can't just be called his goons. The Martex criminal empire, his goons need branding. They're called the slugs, they're sea slugs. The slug thugs. He had his goons, the slug thugs, investigate, and they determined that the application to the research grant was fake. Instead of revealing the crime, Martex. We'll just say Martex threatened to reveal the crime to the whole city. Vin's crime, we'll say. Reveal Vin's crime. Unless Vin started working for him. So Vin's criminal career really began. We'll just say that's when Vin's criminal career really began. At first, it seemed like it was going great. Going great. Did we already do at first? That's okay, we can have another at first. It seemed like it was going great. Initially. It seemed like it was going great initially. Vin actually really got along with the slug thugs and the rest of the Martex criminal empire. But one day, Vin accidentally left his briefcase open on the bed when he got home, and Deborah got home, period. Deborah read the papers and realized Vin was committing financial crimes. So she called the police, and Vin was put on trial. Martex was called to the witness stand. He pretended to not even know who Vin was. So Vin took the fall for everything. And was sentenced to 30 years in state prison. It's called the pretend I don't even know who it was. So Vin took the fall for everything and was sentenced to 30 years in state prison. Vin is still there today, but the other prisoners think he's up to something. Maybe they say, he is planning to escape. Bam. He is planning a jailbreak. Boom. Okay, so that's our let's just review in broad strokes. Vin is born in Wisconsin. He meets Deborah. They get married. They have 2 kids. Sometimes Vin gets mad, but he's a chill guy. Vin loves Formula 1 racing. He found out that there's a car that's basically a race car, and he wants to buy it, but he doesn't have enough money. So he defrauds the city, who are giving out a research grant about sustainable food research. He uses the money to buy this car at auction, and this gangster, Martex the Sea Slug, is also at the auction, and he can't believe that this guy is able to outbid him. So his thugs investigate, and then they find out that the research grant is fake. They blackmail Vin, and so Vin has to start working for them as an accountant. Criminal career really began. We need to say that he cooked the books for them. We need to throw that phrase in there again. Vin really got along. Vin was excellent at cooking the books for Martex Construction, a fake company that Martex set up to cover his crimes. In fact, Vin actually really got along with the Slug Thugs and the rest of the Martex criminal empire. Great. But one day, Vin accidentally left his briefcase open on the bed when he got home. Deborah read the papers and realized Vin was committing financial crimes, so she called the police and Vin was put on trial. Great. When Martex was called to the witness stand, he pretended to not even know who Vin was, so Vin took the fall for everything, was sentenced to 30 years in state prison. Vin is still there today, but the other prisoners think he's up to something. Maybe, they say, he is planning a jailbreak. Nice. Okay. And so that takes us through all of Vin. Great. The next section that we need is his personality. So we know that he gets mad sometimes. That's going to be crucial. Personality. Bam. Vin is an excellent accountant and wants to do a good job. But sometimes he is too skilled for his own good. He loves fast race cars, and will do anything to acquire one. Vin sometimes becomes very frustrated in stressful situations, and sometimes Vin can become very frustrated. Vin can become very frustrated in stressful situations, and sometimes even raises his voice at his kids, his 2 kids, but he always tells them that he loves them, and he was only yelling because he was stressed. He was so stressed out. Jesus Christ. Okay. Anything else that we need to know about him? In prison, Vin mostly keeps to himself and has not joined either of the Madison of the gangs there. Either of the gangs there. Great. In prison, Vin mostly keeps himself and has not joined either of the gangs there. Some of the other prisoners think he is up to something, but because he never tells them anything, they have no proof. Bam. Okay, that's his personality. We can do that real quick. We need his appearance. He's a possum. I think he can be a gray possum. Maybe we can give him a more interesting color than that. I guess his wife is a purple lynx. Appearance. Vin is a gray possum. Vin has gray fur, Vin looks like a typical possum. Possum, comma, with gray fur. And, pink ears? Do possums have pink ears? Possums have white tips on his ears and white fur on his face. Gray fur on his body and white on his face. Gray fur, his body, and white on his face. But Vin's eyes are a piercing blue, comma, like the ocean in the Caribbean. Word that I can't spell. Bam. Caribbean. Please. Spell check. Open suggestion. Why would I not? Fine. It's 2 B's? Oh, man. Okay. But Vin's eyes are a piercing blue like the ocean in the Caribbean. Great. Like the crystal clear ocean. Ocean in the Caribbean. Great. Anything else we need to say about him? Deborah's appearance was just like a little bit, right? Oh, he needs an accessory. Vin lost one of his teeth in a car crash as a teenager and now wears a gold tooth. His dentist recommended he get a white one to match the rest of his teeth. But Vin wanted it to stand out and remind him to drive carefully, even while going as fast as possible. Great. Okay, that's Vin's appearance. Let's get his powers and then his quotes. His powers. Oh yeah, I forgot that Sonic is in this story. Powers. Bam. Vin is a skilled accountant. He is able to do both legitimate accounting activity, like filing taxes and counting receipts. Not counting receipts. And marking and what can he do with the receipts? Reviewing receipts. As well as more criminal enterprises, like cooking the books for Martech's construction. Other than that, sometimes he can be frustrated. But in prison, Vin has learned to keep to himself and make a master plan. Some of the prisoners think he may be planning a jailbreak soon. Bam, cool. And then we just need his quotes. Oh, his quotes, of course. My God, what will his quotes be? Quotes. I think we need a quote from the trial. Let's say, quote from the trial. We need a quote about fast cars. And then he needs life advice. I think all of the characters should give us some life advice, like Deborah, who said, keep your enemies close and keep a good eye on your kids. Right. Quote from the trial. Martex, what do you mean? You don't even know me. We've been working together for months, you backstabber. to do. Quotes about fast cars. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to go fast like Sonic, but I don't have powers like him, so I will have to take drive a fast car instead. Great. And then his life advice. Nobody can know your plan if you never trust anyone enough to tell them. Great. Okay, I think that's Vin. I think we've got Vin. So his story, and let's say this and make sure it looks good. He's chaotic neutral. So, Vin the Possum. Can I edit it? Do I have an extra line here? I think that I do. Can this be deleted? If I go delete, does that do something? If I go delete, does that do something? What if I go here? Maybe not. Okay, cancel. That's fine. Discard edits. Fine, Vin the Possum. It wasn't Deborah's. Oh no, there are 2 lines here too. Okay, Vin the... that feels like an extra line, no? I gotta fix this formatting. This is gonna make me crazy. It's this paragraph. How do I just delete this? Detach. No, they think that's DebTech. Delete. This goes away. Control X. Oh. How do I... No, I know, but I just want this paragraph to go away. Can I, like, eliminate this? Eliminate. What if I... Maybe this is not the most important thing for me to worry about right now. Okay, fine. Whatever. We'll keep it. Discard the edits. We'll keep it there. So, Vin the Possum. So Vin, he's Deborah's husband. He was an accountant working at her architecture firm. He goes to jail for committing financial crimes. And he's planning to break out soon. Great. Let's go look at our little list. So, we've completed Vin the Possum. I think we need Martex next, but we've got some new leads. Nope, not Martex. Vin the Possum is done. We've created several new leads though in the Slug Thugs. That's a lead. What else? The Oscar Mayer Sustainable Food Research Award. Yeah, we don't need to do that. Formula One. He's got an uncle. I think that's all we need. I think that's the only new lead there, is that the Slug Thugs exist. We could potentially create a page for them. We need to go to Deborah's page, though, and link up Vin the Possum. The first time we say Vin the Possum, she... future husband, Vin the Possum. Bam. Link that bad boy. We have to be doubly linked here. Link it, Vin the Possum. Perfect. Done. Okay, so that links to that now. Good. This gonna make me crazy that this is not formatted quite right, but that's fine. I think. Great. Let's do... Oh, you're not looking at it. You're looking at the wrong thing. That's okay. Bam. Deborah the links, Vin the Possum. Here comes a new page. Bam. Let's go to the Sonic Fan Wiki page again. And let's do Martex the Sea Slug, and I think we'll call it there. We'll do Martex the Sea Slug, then it'll be done. We'll go back and look at the what we've done, and I think that'll be a good place probably to end this stream. We don't need to go super late on this. I think just 3 good characters is going to be better than trying to, you know, keep going and do more and more and more and more. So we can always come back and do this at a later time if we really wanted to add more characters. Martex? Oh, he needs categories. We'll be right back to that. Martex the Sea Slug. Bam. Next. But before we do that, Vin the Possum needs some categories. Doopa-doopa-doo. Insert. How did I do this before? Categories. Links. Basic. Oh, I did this previously. Come on. It was somewhere surprising. That's all I remember. Categories. Add category. Possum. Is there not a possums? You're joking. Alright. He's evil. He's neutral. And we'll also get, what else? He's a males. Great. There's no other possums? I can't believe that. Okay, apply. Save. Bam, Vin the possum. Cool. And he's, where can we see those categories at? Aren't they supposed to be at the top? Possums, neutral, males. Great, awesome, fantastic. Here's our new character, Martex the Sea Slug. To start out, let's put in that sidebar again. That'll be a good place for us to start. Template. Character info. Nope. Already doing it wrong again. Insert, please. Please. Template. Character profile is the one we want, right? Martex the Sea Slug. He doesn't need a caption. His name is Martex. And what's his name? We'll say real name unknown. I think that's nice. Age? His age is 56. Birthplace? Madison, Wisconsin. They know where he's from, but just not his name. Sea Slug, he's male. His height is, let's make him shortish. Let's make him like 5'6". So he's shorter than all of our other characters. He's 185 pounds. His alignment is neutral evil. And he runs the Martex criminal empire of Madison, Wisconsin. Bam! Inserted. Martex the Sea Slug. Perfect. Let's go insert a paragraph. And then I just know there's a way to get rid of this, but that's fine. Heading. Nope, not yet. Okay. We just need a few sentences about him before we begin. So we'll say Martex the Sea Slug. Does that text look too small? Or like weird? Maybe not. Martex the Sea Slug. Oh wait, we didn't want to start with their names. For many years and originally, before Martex, the Sea Slug came to town, Madison, Wisconsin. Madison had been a typical Wisconsin city. Wisconsin city. Semicolon. Peaceful. With only minimal crime. Minimal street crime. That all changed when Martex showed up. Up several years ago. His dialect marks him as a Madison native, but nobody. Well, let's put a question mark on Madison, Wisconsin? Question mark? But nobody can find any record of him existing before just a few years ago. When Martex arrived, I like this idea that we keep talking about Martex showing up, but then he doesn't. Like, it takes forever to get to the point. When Martex arrived, he and his slug thugs formed the Martex Criminal Empire. Their organization stretched its tentacles to all sorts of crime in the city, and soon became the dominant force in the biggest name in any sort of villainy you could think of. Outside of Wisconsin, most people have not heard of Martex. Not even Sonic. Not even Sonic or any of his friends. Because of this, Martex has been able to continue his criminal empire. So far, without their interference. Bam, great. That's Martex. He needs the first about. Nobody is quite sure where Martex is from originally. He talks just like a Madison, Wisconsin native. But nobody can find any record of him existing before just a few years ago. When he first arrived in town, Martex was unknown, but he and his gang, the Slug Thugs, quickly rose to prominence in the criminal underworld. And I think this is a good opportunity for us to reuse a sentence. With the resources they gained from their crimes, the Slug Thugs formed the Martex criminal empire, and and then we're just gonna say their organization stretches tentacles to all sorts of crime in the city. And we're just gonna use that sentence again because that is a good one. Bam. In order to help hide some of his crimes and to launder money stolen from the innocent people, Martex formed a fake company called Martex Construction. It is a rival to Deborah what is she, a lynx? It is a rival to Deborah the Lynx's architecture firm, DebTech. And what else is it besides that? We'll just say that. And we can link Deborah the Lynx. That is a good opportunity to do that. There she is. Bam. Deborah the Lynx's architecture firm, DebTech. However, because Martex Construction has no qualms about cheating or using other underhanded tactics, they have an unfair advantage against DebTech in the business world. Somewhat recently, we don't need to be more specific than that. Somewhat. Oh my god, his name is Martex. Martex was at an auction for rare cars when he was outbid. Oh, we forgot to say that he wears plain clothes. Wait, we got to do Vin the Possum real quick. We just got to make a quick change and say in his appearance, Vin lost one of his teeth. Vin usually, besides that, flashy tooth. Vin usually wears pretty. Unwiser says, "Okay, I was gone for a bit. What did I miss? We'll review. We'll review in just a second." So that flashy tooth. Vin usually wears pretty plain clothing. That's important because it is part of the story. What was the last thing that you joined us for? Unwise Bird. Cars when he was outbid by a possum. By Vin the Possum. And we can link that right there. Ooh, I love being able to link these together. Is a big deal. Vin the Possum. Bam. He was outbid by Vin the Possum. Vin. Martex was surprised that Vin was willing to spend so much money since he was wearing plain. He was not wearing fancy clothes. He had the Slug Thugs investigate, and they learned that Vin had defrauded the money. And what says, I went for a run, but I left when we discovered Eggman worked for the US government, and Deborah saw Sonic and Eggman fighting at the Madison Botanical Garden, so maybe a lot. Let's do this. Let's finish Martex the Sea Slug, and then we'll read these 3 entries. Martex is our big bad guy. He's a sea slug. He's a gangster. He runs an organized crime situation. Yeah, we'll finish this one up because we're getting close. This one's gonna be relatively short, and then we'll read through the 3 and see how they all link together and see what story we've started to tell here. Had defrauded the money from the city. Martex is a good name. I think so. Martex the Sea Slug had defrauded the money from the city. They blackmailed Vin and forced him to work for their gang, cooking the books for their gang. They mainly had him cook the books for Martex Construction since he is an accountant. Great. They mainly had Vin cook the books for Martex Construction since he is an accountant, although they had plans to put him up to more sinister crimes in the future. Unfortunately for them, their plans for Vin were disrupted when his wife, Deborah, the Lynx, discovered that Vin was committing financial crimes and reported him to the police. At the trial, Martex pretended to not even know Vin, so Vin took the fall for everything, and was sentenced to 30 years in state prison. Anything else we need to know about Martex? What is Martex's thing now? So we know all this from Vin the Possum's bio already. Now we need to know a little bit about what Martex is up to. Recently, not federal? Apparently not. Apparently it's been state prison every time. Recently, Eggman came to Madison to try to steal the finches from the, what did we call it? What was it called? The Ulbrich Botanical Gardens? From the Ulbrich Botanical Gardens to turn them into robot soldiers. Although Sonic defeated Eggman that day, Martex has become quite suspicious that Eggman may try to move into the Madison criminal underground and try to end, since this could edge out the Martex criminal empire. Martex is planning a preemptive strike. And that's the end. He's planning a preemptive strike. Okay, great. So I like all these characters have like, this is like their origin story, and we don't know what's gonna happen with them next. So we know Martex is planning some kind of a preemptive strike on Eggman. That should be good. We need the personality. Yeah, tell us about Martex. Personality. Martex is a no-good criminal. Through and through. Although nobody is quite sure. Oh, we'll just say nobody's quite sure where he comes from. Quite sure where he comes from. Because Martex refuses to answer questions about his personal life. Although his gang, the Slug Thugs, are extremely loyal. Probably from the sea. Probably, yeah. Are extremely loyal to him. Martex would happily betray any of them for as little as $15. Would happily betray any of them for as little as $15. Great. Martex is the scum of the earth, and the only thing he cares about is dominating the Madison criminal underground. Underworld? Underworld. The Madison criminal underworld. He is extremely suspicious that Eggman may start committing more crimes in Madison, so he is planning a preemptive strike against Eggman to prevent this. Bam. Appearance. So I think for appearance we need to know what color their fur or whatever is, what color their eyes are, and they need some kind of accessory. That seems to be the recipe. Martex is a blue-green sea slug. Sea slug is a... Happy Sunday chill stream, Piotr! Oh, Soul Founder, you're just in time. We're wrapping up this last wiki page, and we're gonna read at least through everything we have so far. We also might be done after that, but you've missed the tedious part of writing it all out, and you'll get to enjoy hearing some of our Sonic fan wiki characters. Okay, Martex is a blue-green sea slug with... What color are his eyes? Silver eyes. He always carries a cigarillo in his mouth. Although he does not light it since he is concerned, since he has a lung problem. He has a lung condition. Nobody. A cigarillo, Swisher Sweets. My dad really liked those. Oh yeah? He always gets cigarillo in his mouth, although he does not light it since he has a lung condition. Martex's voice sounds like he is from Madison, Wisconsin. Although there is no record of him living there before a few years ago. Great. Let's hit it with... We've only got a few more to do. He needs his powers and then quotes. Okay, and then we'll be done. Powers. Martex is able to build... or was able, we'll say. Able to build a small criminal gang, the Slug Thugs, into a vast network known as the Martex Criminal Empire. He is also a cunning businessman, running Martex Construction as a cutthroat, a word that I don't know how to spell, rival to Debtech. Besides this, without the help of his thugs, of his underlings, Martex he's a little like Kingpin. Yeah, he is. He's the boss, but he himself doesn't have a lot of powers. Without the help of his underlings, Martex is physically unthreatening, but his bodyguards are always at his beck and call to beat up intruders. Great. To beat up anyone who would interfere. Make them a super smeller or a super taster. That's a great idea. Yes, we'll put that in. I really like that, actually. To beat up anyone who would interfere with his crimes. Martex is also a super taster. I'll just leave it at that. I don't think we need any more information than that about that. We need quotes. Quotes. What does Martex say? So, we need a quote about, let's say a quote about how he'll betray anyone. He'll betray anyone. That's enough of that. Betray anyone. I think we need identifying something by taste with extreme accuracy. He's a super taster, and then also he needs some kind of life advice. That's always been our third one. Okay, to do. He'll betray anyone. I'll betray anyone. I don't care. I don't care if it's my own brother. I'd turn on anyone to retain dominance of the Madison criminal underworld. These all have to be really on the nose. This is something that we did it. You got 3 fivers. Let's talk. Criminal underworld. Ah, so good. Let's see. I can tell by the taste that this salmon was caught in Alaska. What were you doing in Alaska? Alaska. Who's the name of his slug thug name? Dorquex? No. What were you doing in Alaska? Harold. We don't know who Harold is, but we will know. What were you doing in Alaska, Harold? And then he needs life advice, which is, in this life, you can't trust anyone. Not even your own brother. Okay, I think that's good. I think that'll do it for Martex the Sea Slug. Let's take a moment and we'll do some we'll look at some loose ends that we have here. And then we'll read through all of these and see where we are. Oh, we need categories. Sorry, real quick. Categories. Sea Slug. He is evil. And he is a male. Great. Bam, applied. Save it. Okay, so real quick, we've got some leads. So we've done Martex the Sea Slug. I think that's good. We've kind of got 3 little story arcs here. Megan and Darkblade, we've still got. The Slug Thugs, we've got. The Martex Criminal Empire, we've got. Let's just put DebTech versus Martex Construction. I think that's a good angle. Put DebTech v Martex Construction. And then let's also do... That's just a good thing we could look into. And then we also let's just put the name Harold. Whoever Harold is. Somebody's name is Harold. Was there anything else that we had here that was a potential lead? Martex, Vin. Oh, we need to do some linking. The Ulbrich Botanical Gardens are just a place of importance. Okay, there's a typo here. Let's fix that real quick. There's just a slash hanging off of one of these. And then let's make sure these other pages are going to link to Martex the first time they mention him. Martex the Sea Slug. Good. Link it. Bam. Love to see it. Save it. And then we need Deborah. Also probably mentions Martex somewhere. Megan the Lynx. Oh yeah, they've got the kids. Okay, that's good too though. Where did we write Martex? The Martex Criminal Empire. We must have mentioned him somewhere. The Martex Criminal Empire. Maybe we didn't really do it. Fun fact, mildly terrified of sea slugs. They're just so squishy and mobile. We might need to look at a picture of a sea slug here. In a second. Let's just see. Where did we say Martex? Okay, Martex the Sea Slug. Yeah, bam, got him. Link it. Bam, done. Save it. Okay, let's read. So okay, first, actually, I want to see a sea slug because I can't imagine what they look like. And I just need a picture in my mind's eye. Oh, they're orange. Oh, let's change his color to orange with black spikes. That seems way cooler and more realistic. Appearance is an orange sea slug. Orange sea slug with black spikes and silver eyes. And he does carry a cigarello in his mouth. Great, okay. So we've got our 3 characters. Deborah the Lynx, Vin the Possum, whose formatting is a little bit off and is bothering me, and Martex the Sea Slug. Neon double orange? Not in this case. Let's keep it the way it is. So, okay, let me tell you about, we'll just read through these, we'll reveal what we've done. I think probably after that we'll call it, because this is actually taking a lot out of me to do this, and it's probably at a good stopping point with these 3 characters. So, Deborah the Lynx. Her real name is Deborah Saunderson. She's 43 years old. Her birthplace is not Madison, Wisconsin. That's incorrect. Her birthplace is, Appleton. Oh, this is why we gotta catch these inconsistencies, you know. Appleton, Wisconsin. Okay. Boy, that was almost egg on my face. She's from Appleton, Wisconsin. She's a lynx, female, 5'8", 160 pounds, and she's chaotic good. Okay, Deborah the Lynx. For many years, Deborah the Lynx was content to quietly raise her children, Megan and Darkblade, in her home city of Madison, Wisconsin. However, when her 2 children... It's not her home city. In the city... Oh my god, we've got these... In the city of Madison, Wisconsin. Bam. In the city of Madison, Wisconsin. However, when her 2 children had grown up and left the nest, Deborah became bored with nothing to do around the house because there were no kids there anymore and her husband was still in prison. One night, Deborah went out for a walk. Her husband, we should name him here. Let's unlink this one. And we'll link her husband, Vin the Possum. She moved there because it's second best in education, lol. Oh, true. around the house because there were no kids there anymore, and her husband, Vin the Possum. It's funny. It just shows you how far we've come, that we didn't even think to name Vin the Possum at that point. Vin the Possum was still in prison. Okay. One night, Deborah went out for a walk. She often liked to go for long walks at night to get exercise and enjoy the brisk nighttime air. However, when she was walking by the park, she witnessed Sonic and Eggman going toe-to-toe in a big fight at the Olbrich Botanical Gardens. Walking by the park, Olbrich Botanical Gardens, it's fine. Although Sonic was victorious, Deborah was appalled by the evil motives and tactics of Eggman. From then on, she vowed to help Sonic's cause in any way she could. Alright, so it's the mom, she's an empty nester, husband's in prison, she's becoming a hero. Let's learn more. Deborah the Lynx was originally born in Appleton, Wisconsin. She lived there for most of the time growing up until her parents moved to Madison when she was 15. She had a hard time making new friends since she didn't know anybody in Madison, and all of her friends that she knew before she moved were still living in Appleton. Deborah eventually made it through high school by focusing on her studies and extracurriculars. She especially enjoyed art class and hanging out in the art studio after school to write stories. She made some friends there, but not the kind you would hang out with on the weekend. She would mostly spend time with them at lunch or talking before classes started for the day. Deborah graduated and went to school at Madison Area Technical College, where she got a bachelor's degree in architecture. She also met her future husband, Vin the Possum. They got married a few years after graduation and had twins, Megan the Lynx and Darkblade the Void Lynx. Darkblade the Void Lynx. Deborah had her hands full raising the kids and also working at her architecture firm that she founded, DebTech. Her husband, Vin, frequently disappeared for long spans of time, sometimes almost a month. That should be one time almost a month. This is important. This is a crucial affix. So he goes away one time almost a month. Bam. Save it. Come on. What Deborah didn't know is that Vin was leading a double life. By day, he was an accountant at DebTech, but when he was away, he was completing nefarious missions for Martex the Sea Slug and helping him cook the books to prevent the government from finding out about the Martex criminal empire. One day, Vin left his briefcase open on the bed when he got home. Although Deborah is not a trained accountant, it was obvious from the papers that Vin was cooking the books for a company called Martex Construction. When Deborah called the police, they came and looked at the briefcase and agreed that crimes had been committed. Following a 7-day manhunt, and with the help of Amy Rose, the police were able to capture Vin. Martex disavowed— I forgot that there was a 7-day... I forgot there was a 7-day manhunt. Martex disavowed Vin and pretended to not even know him, so Vin took the fall for the financial crimes. The judge sentenced Vin to 30 years in state prison, where he remains to this day. After Deborah's kids, Megan and Darkblade, grew up and left the house to go on their own adventures, Deborah became very bored waiting around at home in the evenings with nothing to do after work. So she started going for long walks as a hobby and to enjoy the brisk nighttime air. One day, she was out walking by the Olbrich Botanical Gardens and saw Sonic fighting with Eggman there. Eggman had pretended that he was attacking the garden to steal a famous and rare plant, but actually he was there to kidnap the many rare finches that occupied the gardens to convert them into robot soldiers. Luckily, Sonic arrived just in the nick of time and saved the day. Watchford says, 7-day manhunt for cooking books. It's right, it's true, and then 30 years in prison. But Deborah couldn't believe that Eggman would do something so sinister. Plus, it reminded her of her husband's criminal history and the unfinished business she had with Martex, since he had left her husband out to dry on the witness stand during his trial for financial crimes. As a result, Deborah vowed there and then to embody the values of Sonic and his friends, aiding their cause in any way she could. She also vowed to take down the Martex criminal empire, no matter what it takes. Right, so there's our little... That's where we leave her. If this was like an RPG, this would be like our little character backstory. She's ready to take on the Martex criminal empire that sort of stole her husband from her. Personality. Deborah is detail-oriented compared to many of Sonic's other friends. That's fine. She's not really Sonic's friend. We'll say compared to many of her friends. To many... this was the first one we did, so we hadn't really fleshed out everything that was going to go on here. Deborah is detail-oriented compared to to many of her friends. She learned how to break problems down. Sorry. Maybe we should just read it here. She learned how to break problems down and pay close attention to details while learning to be an architect. Where was she learning to be an architect? Learning to be an architect, and doubled down on her analytical nature when she founded her own firm, DebTech. In a crisis, Deborah keeps her head and makes a plan. I forgot about that. Although her allies may not understand her plan just from hearing the steps, they trust that Deborah knows what she is doing, and it usually works out in the end. The only time Deborah's plans do not work out as expected is if there is some factor she didn't realize or if a new enemy emerges by surprise. Deborah is a doting mother to her 2 children, Megan and Darkblade. But since they are grown up enough now to go on their own adventures, Deborah gives them the space they need. Ever since witnessing Sonic battling Eggman at the Olbrich Botanical Gardens, Deborah has had a zeal for fighting crime. In particular, she wants to use her powers of planning and strategy to take down the Martex criminal empire. Appearance. Deborah is a lynx with purple fur that has pink highlights at the tips of her pointed ears. She has green eyes and always wears a friendship bracelet that her son, Darkblade, made when he was a kid, and her other child, Megan, taught him to make friendship bracelets. Powers. Deborah has a rare analytical mind from her training as an architect. She also uses her expertise about the weak points of buildings to bring down parts of the battlefield on her foes. Although Deborah is not a fast runner like Sonic, she knows how to pole vault. Oh, I forgot that she knows how to pole vault. Okay, she knows how to pole vault. Quotes. It's so lame laughing at the things that I wrote an hour ago. Quotes. Eggman's actions at the Botanical Gardens today disgust me. Here and now, I vow to help Sonic and his friends in any way I can. I also vow to take down the Martex criminal empire, no matter what it takes. Quote number 2. Look at that weakened pillar. It's load-bearing. It's load-bearing. If we can slam... Oh my god. It's so dumb. If we can slam enough shopping carts into it, the whole roof will come down. Let's try that one again. Sorry, I can do that without laughing. Look at that weakened pillar. It's load-bearing. I don't know why that gets me. If we can slam enough shopping carts into... Oh my god, I'm crying. If we can slam enough shopping carts into it, the whole roof will come down. Last quote. I just want to see that scene. Last quote. Keep your enemies close and keep a good eye on your kids. Okay, good. We got through it. So that's Deb. That's Deborah the Lynx. Okay, so Deborah the Lynx, the obvious next point for us was Vin the Possum. We got to see that. Next. Oh my god, the fucking shopping carts. Okay, Vin the Possum. Oh my god, I don't know what it is. Okay, Vin the Possum. His real name is Vincent Pachinko. He's 44, so 1 year older than Deb. Well within his rights. Birthplace, he's from Madison, unlike her. He's a possum, he's male, he's 5'10", he weighs 180 pounds, and he's chaotic neutral, okay? Originally, Vin the Possum tried to use his skills as an accountant legitimately at his wife Deborah the Lynx's architecture firm, DebTech, to earn an honest living. However, he became tempted by the fast lifestyle and faster cars he could attain by working with organized crime. As a result, he was contacted by Martex the Sea Slug, who put him to work cooking the books for his fake construction company, Martex Construction, which he used as a cover for the illicit operations of the Martex criminal empire. When his wife found out that Vin was committing financial crimes, she reported him to the police and he was put on trial. At the trial, Martex pretended to not even know who he was, as if they had never met, so Vin took the fall for everything and was sentenced to 30 years in state prison. He remains there to this day, but the rumor among the other convicts is he is planning a big escape. About. Vin was born in Madison, Wisconsin and grew up there. When he went to college, Vin attended Madison Area Technical College, where he met his future wife, Deborah the Lynx. Deborah founded an architecture firm and gave Vin, I'm thinking about the shopping carts, gave Vin his first job working there since she needed someone who knew about accounting, and Vin had gotten his major in this subject. At first, Vin was happy. He and Deborah had twins, Megan and Darkblade, who he loved very much. Even if he sometimes raised his voice at them when he was frustrated, he always explained later that he still cared about them and that he just had trouble controlling his temper sometimes when in a stressful situation. As a kid, Vin loved to watch Formula One racing on TV with his uncle. Because of this, he had a fondness for fast cars. One day, while he was out walking the dogs, they have dogs. One day, while he was out walking the dogs, he saw a Porsche 962 and realized it was possible to own a car that is basically a race car, even though it is street legal. But with his meager wage working as an accountant, he would never be able to afford one on his own. However, he learned that the city was going to grant $100 million to the best idea for sustainable food as part of the Oscar Mayer Sustainable Food Research Award. Vin faked an application for it by committing fraud and was awarded the prize, although he lost much of it to taxes. Although he lost much of it to taxes, it was still enough to buy the car of his dreams. At the car auction, Martex the Sea Slug was also interested in the car and was very surprised to be outbid by someone with plain-looking clothes like Vin. He had his goons, the Slug Thugs, investigate, and they determined that the application to the research grant was fake. Martex threatened to reveal Vin's crime to the whole city unless Vin started working for him. That's when Vin's criminal career really began. It seemed like it was going great initially. Vin was excellent at cooking the books for Martex Construction, a fake company that Martex set up to cover his crimes. In fact, Vin actually really got along with the Slug Thugs and the rest of the Martex criminal empire. Small edit needs to be made. Just for a typo. The Martex criminal empire period. But one day, Vincent accidentally left his briefcase open on the bed. Where is it? Open on the bed when he got home. Deborah read the papers and realized Vin was committing financial crimes, so she called the police and Vin was put on trial. We should mention the 7-day manhunt. Probably. When Martex was called to the witness stand, he pretended to not even know who Vin was, so Vin took the fall for everything and was sentenced to 30 years in state prison. Vin is still there today, but the other prisoners think he's up to something. Maybe, they say, he is planning a jailbreak. Personality. Vin is an excellent accountant and wants to do a good job, but sometimes he is too skilled for his own good. He loves fast race cars and will do anything to acquire one. Vin can become very frustrated in stressful situations and sometimes even raises his voice at his 2 kids. But he always tells them that he loves them and he was only yelling because he was so stressed out. In prison, Vin mostly keeps to himself and has not joined either of the gangs. Sorry, there's 2 gangs in prison. In prison, Vin mostly keeps to himself and has not joined either of the gangs there. Some of the other prisoners think he is up to something, but because he never tells them anything, they have no proof. Appearance. Vin looks like a typical possum with gray fur on his body and white on his face. But Vin's eyes are a piercing blue, like the crystal clear ocean in the Caribbean. We could have a paragraph break after the word Caribbean. I think that deserves a little space. His eyes are a piercing blue, like the crystal clear ocean in the Caribbean. Great. Vin lost one of his teeth in a car crash as a teenager and now wears a gold tooth. His dentist recommended he get a white one to match the rest of his teeth, but Vin wanted it to stand out and remind him to drive carefully even while going as fast as possible. Besides that flashy tooth, Vin usually wears pretty plain clothing. Powers. Vin is a skilled accountant. He is able to do both legitimate accounting activities like filing taxes and reviewing receipts, as well as more criminal enterprises like cooking the books for Martex Construction. Sometimes he can get frustrated, but in prison, Vin has learned to keep to himself and make a master plan. Some of the other prisoners think he may be planning a jailbreak soon. Quotes. Quote number 1. Martex. Ugh. Martex, what do you mean you don't even know me? We've been working together for months, you backstabber. Quote number 2 is, ever since I was a kid, I wanted to go fast like Sonic. but I don't have powers like him, so I will drive a fast car instead. And then his last quote is, nobody can know your plan if you never trust anyone enough to tell them. Okay, that's Vin. So, Deborah, gonna start fighting crime. Vin in prison for financial crimes. Backstabbed by Martex, possibly going to break out soon. Let's find out about our last character that we wrote about today. That'll be Martex the Sea Slug. And then we'll call it after this, I think. Martex the Sea Slug. Okay, so, his real name? Unknown. Age 56. Birthplace? Madison, Wisconsin, with a little question mark because there's some debate as to this. He's a sea slug. Gender? Male. Height? 5 foot 6 inches. Weight? 185 pounds. Alignment? Neutral evil. Before Martex the Sea Slug came to town, Madison had been a typical Wisconsin city, peaceful with only minimal street crime. That all changed when Martex showed up several years ago. His dialect marks him as a Madison native, but nobody can find any record of him existing before just a few years ago. When Martex arrived, he and his slug thugs formed the Martex Criminal Empire. Their organization stretched its tentacles to all sorts of... should they be slimy tentacles? They can just be tentacles. Stretched its tentacles to all sorts of crime in the city, and soon became the biggest name in any sort of villainy you could think of. Outside of Wisconsin, most people have not heard of Martex, not even Sonic or any of his friends. Because of this, we gotta keep tying it back to Sonic, you know. Because of this, Martex has been able to continue the Martex Criminal Empire so far without their interference. About. Nobody is quite sure where Martex is from originally. He talks just like a Madison, Wisconsin native, but nobody can find any record of him existing before just a few years ago. When he first arrived in town, Martex was unknown, but he and his gang, the Slug Thugs, quickly rose to prominence in the criminal underworld. With the resources they gained from their crimes, the Slug Thugs formed the Martex Criminal Empire. Their organization stretched its tentacles to all sorts of crime in the city. In order to help hide some of his crimes and to launder money stolen from the innocent people of Madison, Martex formed a fake company called Martex Construction. It is a rival to Deborah the Lynx's architecture firm, DebTech. However, because Martex Construction has no qualms about cheating or using other underhanded tactics, they have an unfair advantage against DebTech in the business world. Somewhat recently, Martex was at an auction for rare cars when he was outbid by Vin the Possum. Martex was surprised that Vin was willing to spend so much money since he was not wearing fancy clothes. He had the Slug Thugs investigate, and they learned that Vin had defrauded the money from the city. They blackmailed Vin and forced him to work for their gang. They mainly had Vin cook the books for Martex Construction since he is an accountant, although they had plans to put him up to more sinister crimes in the future. Unfortunately for them, their plans for Vin were disrupted when his wife... Vin's wife? That's fine. When his wife, Deborah the Lynx, discovered that Vin was committing financial crimes and reported him to the police. At the trial, Martex pretended to not even know Vin, so Vin took the fall for everything and was sentenced to 30 years in state prison. Recently, Eggman came to Madison to try to steal the finches from the Olbrich Botanical Gardens to turn them into robot soldiers. Although Sonic defeated Eggman that day, Martex has become suspicious that Eggman may try to move into the Madison criminal underworld. Since this could edge out the Martex criminal empire, Martex is planning a preemptive strike. Personality. So there you go. So that's Martex's deal. He's a bad criminal guy. He's about to do a big thing too. He's going to take on Eggman. That's his angle. That's his little story hook, I guess. Personality. Martex is a no-good criminal through and through. Nobody is quite sure where he comes from because Martex refuses to answer questions about his personal life. Although his gang, the Slug Thugs, are extremely loyal to him, Martex would happily betray any of them for as little as $15. Martex is the scum of the earth, and the only thing he cares about is dominating the Madison criminal underworld. He is extremely suspicious that Eggman may start committing more crimes in Madison, so he is planning a preemptive strike against Eggman to prevent this. Appearance. Martex is an orange sea slug with black spikes and silver eyes. He always carries a cigarillo in his mouth, although he does not light it since he has a lung condition. Martex's voice sounds like he is from Madison, Wisconsin, although there is no record of him living there before a few years ago. Powers. Martex was able to build a small criminal gang, the Slug Thugs, into a vast network known as the Martex Criminal Empire. He is also a cunning businessman, running Martex Construction as a cutthroat rival to DebTech. Without the help of his underlings, Martex is physically unthreatening, but his bodyguards are always at his beck and call to beat up anyone who would interfere with his crimes. Martex is also a super taster. Just, he's also a super taster. Didn't come up until now, but there you go. Quotes. Quote number 1. I don't care if it's my own brother. I'd turn on anyone to retain dominance of the Madison criminal underworld. Quote number 2. I can tell by the taste that this salmon was caught in Alaska. What were you doing in Alaska, Harold? And the last quote is, in this life you can't trust anyone, not even your own brother. And that's what we got so far. Those are our 3 characters. That's what we've put together on the stream today. It might be fun to come back and do some more. I'm pretty I'm pretty worn out after that. We've got some good leads. Let's just review what we've got from there. We could see Megan and Darkblade, the children, the twins of Vin and Deborah. We've got the Martex Criminal Empire, the Slug Thugs, DebTech and its rivalry with Martex Construction, and somebody named Harold. It says amazing. I think that we did a good job trying to keep to our commonalities here, just to try to write it in the same style. Honestly, I'm really into this now. I thought it was just going to be a big joke, and it is. But I also really like these. Deborah the Lynx, Vin the Possum, Martex the Sea Slug. What a life. We have added them. Maybe it'd be fun to do some art in a future stream and try to illustrate these guys a little bit, since I think that's also, if we're honest, a big part of making Sonic OCs. Anyway, let's call it here for now, and we'll go to the calendar real quick just to wrap up for today. I think that I said, we'll see what I said. Do I want to save my work? Yeah, save it. That's fine. I'll just type some random letters. Bam! Cool. So, this has been the Sunday Night Chill stream. We're ending a little earlier than we planned, but my voice is not going to make it for another, 40 minutes. So let's just call it while we're ahead here. We'll be back tomorrow from 8 to 10 with more Black Book. I was on the fence about doing more Black Book, but I want to do it. It's a fun Slay the Spire meets Slavic folklore kind of game. The story's pretty interesting, but mostly the kind of the Slavic folklore theme is it's got its hooks in me. So again, that'll be more Black Book tomorrow from 8 to 10 Eastern Standard Time. If you watched Beware of Load-Bearing Pillars, true! If you watched any of this live tonight, I can't believe that you would, but thank you so much for watching this live. And if you watch this as a recording or on YouTube, thank you so much for watching that way too. And until next time, I will see you later.